Alright guys, welcome back to Dope Check. It is episode number 59 or maybe 60 or something like that. It's a ghetto episode today, ladies and gentlemen. We are here straight from the laptop live from the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit, and we have an awful lot to talk about. It's been a big weekend. Some matches were absolutely terrible. Some matches were pretty damn good. And it's the debut of OpTic Mercules. That is the big talking point of the weekends. They brought him in after last weekend's show, and he's currently got the highest KD in the entire league. Is this the key for OpTic turning around for the rest of the season? How well can they do against the rest of the competition in the league? What does it look like at the top of the standings? Is the World Championship qualification now basically locked? Gentlemen, it is good to be back. I appreciate Don's camera is a sliver. You'll see why in a second. Trey's on about 20% brightness, but that's all good. And we're trying our best. So yeah, Don, how's it going? It's a pleasure to be back.
It's a pleasure to be here, man. This is gonna be a good episode. I like this. I like this start. It's a little chaotic, but yeah, I feel like the matches were a little meh. So hopefully we can do a better job entertaining y'all today. So that's the goal for me.
All right, well, I'll put it a bit nicer. The matches were absolutely fucking terrible. Let's be honest. They weren't good. They weren't fun. It was just watching COD. It was brain rot. It was like I would have watched better if we had Subway Surfers on my second monitor. You know,
we actually did on the Octane stream.
You know?
Octane stream had the Subway Surfers live and going.
Yeah, it's a good play. It's a fantastic play. Speaking of Octane, he did get he kind of gassed us up on the timeline. We'll get into that though. See what you guys think about it.
I didn't see that.
Well, he didn't really gas me up. I just replied to him, and he was like, "This is the Plumber era now, Trey." So I was in the same era as Octane, and I was gunning him a couple times. So surely it's a bit of gas out. You know what I'm saying? So, but. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. I don't know what episode we're on now, Rab. We've started from fucking...
Right, I thought it was 58.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. I don't know what's going on. We just do this every Monday. It's like a routine now. I wake up, I get excited. I had no power today all day, though, so I was a bit scared. A bit scared that I wouldn't be here, but, we managed to sort it out. But a lot to talk about, a lot to go over, and Rab, let's get started.
Hell yeah, let's get right on into it. So here we go. Look at that. Don's camera now looks absolutely unbelievable. And my camera probably needs a little bit of work. But yeah, I will just say, like, the reason why this is a hella ghetto setup is because I've got some event at the Silverstone Museum tomorrow. So this is the Grand Prix track. It's actually gonna fire this hotel spot right here. But like, just, little excuse. But just get a bit of business done, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit of content coming out of the IG, but no, we ain't plugging that. We ain't plugging that today. Let's get into it. You know what, Trey? I want your take on this, right? I want your take on the Plumber era of COD. This was obviously doing the rounds yesterday. This was the tweet. I can't even freaking play the video because there's too much going on. My RAM is cooked, but these are the tweets anyway. And Octane was talking about the Plumber era. Nowadays, everyone shoots straight, and it's an absolute joke. Back in the day of Infinite Warfare, you could not just gun someone cross-map with an ERAD. You could not cross-map someone with a K-bar. Even with the NV4, you had to be damn good to cross-map someone with that as well.
Hang on a minute. You could.
If you were good.
Motherfuckers are spawning these days. Pull out a jackal and use that bit. Everyone's doing it. You go from Crim to above, maybe even Diamond above in the old rank play server. Someone kills you across your map, be like, shit, those are nice shots, and you got to realize that, hey, he weren't doing that on World War II. Let me tell you, Ardennes Forest, if you took someone off Cabin Heady, Woodwall Heady, you were next on OpTic's pickup list. But now you just do that on the daily. It's not. How many times did someone world sass someone back in the day, Don, and someone was like, that was a pure world sass. Now someone does it today, it's like, well, that's a normal
gets
kill.
Turned on every map.
Every map. Bro, the Plumber era, like Sam said, it's now. We've got a lot of bum teams in the league, a lot of bum players that they can all shoot straight. It's just facts. Dynamic aim assist saved a lot or made a lot of careers. Yeah, you look at that clip, Mad Cat did shoot the bullshit because guess what? There was bullshit to be shot. Half the time you couldn't control it. The good players were so good at this game. Why do you think Formal was one of the best? Me back in there, I won MVP, Octane, we were competing against you. Yeah, I'll throw my name up there because people disrespect me these days. I was one of those. And then you throw me into this Plumber era with dynamic aim assist. I couldn't compete, man. All these guys, they just had aimbot. It's a joke.
Oh. I mean, shit. I mean, we just basically covered it perfectly. I mean, another thing, I feel like the thing for me that is like the biggest annoyance from the new games, even like let's say Vanguard or no, let's say Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 is an example of that if you go check the numbers, I had top 10 numbers in my last season of CDL. I was good at Modern Warfare 2. I had number 1 KD at tournaments. I performed throughout the whole year. But that game, even though I was like, I personally feel like I was so fucking good at that game. That game was like RNG almost on the day. Like if I got on like and I was headshotting people with the tack, because that's how the tack, like if you're taking over with the tack, you had to be kind of like aiming at the head. Like, but that's RNG to me. Like it wasn't like, oh shit, like I'm just ripping these guys today. Like, damn, I'm getting hella headshots today. Like that is so like RNG to me. Like it's like some days you get on that game, I was literally just unkillable. And some days I'm like, damn, this tack is just not killing. And that's how the gun was. Like, I feel like that's one of the most inconsistent ARs. And like, that's just an example of like, even though I was so good at the game, like I could still die to anybody. Whereas IW, BO4, Advanced Warfare, holy shit, Advanced Warfare, bro, I will play against like the 4th, 5th best team. And like, I'm guaranteed 35-17. Like, for certain series, like certain match, like you could legitimately take over. Like I like the COD. I like CODs. Like I do believe in teamwork. It's a team game and everything. But like this game is such a dog shit skill gap that like it is so hard to individually take over. Like when someone takes over in this game, we're mind blown. We're like, holy shit! You're taking over a BO6. Like this shit doesn't even look real. Because if you play as a team and just run around together, like that's the fucking skill gap now is. Oh, this guy's just running around together with this other guy at fucking light speed, and they child at the same time. Like, it's I don't know.
The game's less entertaining to think about, right? Because I think about Counter-Strike, and I think you've got guys like Simple or Nico, and it's like you give him a deagle and he's gonna headshot some guy. It doesn't work like that in COD anymore. I kind of used to back in the day. Infinite Warfare was almost don't want to say the peak exactly, but like I remember when Rafi, not Omer Rafi, but like the European Rafi, him and Emigrant Chain would just 1v1 chal each other on throwback. They would just go cross map. You'd get no aim assist at that range, and they would just play a 1v1, and sometimes they'd miss a whole clip, or not kill the guy the whole clip, because that's how tricky it was back in the day. And there's some gunfights you literally could not take because, I mean, the classic example I always give is BO2. If you had an MSMC and you were top art, you could not try and gun the guy top laundry. Nowadays, you do that for fun.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's why SND was so much better in these old games too, because instead of challing across the map because you couldn't get the fucking kill, it was all about, throwing shoulders, working as a team, playing info, and then taking over when you had the info. Nowadays, motherfuckers just be challing across the map. Oh, that's a freebie. Why did he chow me there? I got aim assist. Why has he done that? Why has he done this? And then, that's why sniping was so fun back in the day. We always use snipers. Why? Because on IW especially, it didn't have aim assist. Yeah. I don't feel like it had aim assist anyway. It was hard to snipe on IW. And then Black Ops 3, hard as fuck to snipe on. There was only a certain few people that could snipe on it. I mean, World War II was very cheese. I'm not gonna lie. I'll give you that. That sniping on that game.
World War II is a little easier.
World War II was very easy, especially when you had we didn't have the GA then for one sniper, so me and Scraps used to sit on either side of the boat just sniping each lane, and then we just got Joe and Rated to run down the middle of the map each round.
On Texas.
I feel
like those maps, like oddly, it also depends on how the maps are built. Those maps were like really good for snipers. Like really good. Like, it was just sessions, yeah. I still feel like aiming it wise, it still took more talent than aiming the snipers in whatever the fucking last game there was one. I think it was MW2 was the last season we played. Yeah,
MW2, yeah.
And people were selling and pulled it out one time. That fucking Barrett 50 cal, everyone was losing their shit, bro.
It was also detrimental to use it on those games as well, though, because the TTK was so quick. So if you just missed your shot of a sniper, you got tack sniped anyway, so it didn't matter. Wow.
I remember in Vanguard when they were like, "Oh, it's so easy to use," and then they turn up to the event, the community like somehow convinced the pros to use it, and then like one guy pulled it out the whole event, and like Clay got that 1v2, and that was about it. But it's not untrue that the games nowadays are easier to shoot in, for sure. I do get why the pros have got rid of snipers, in the sense that like with aim assist nowadays, you know, because as you say, back in like BO3, BO4, the aim assist wasn't really there. And obviously jetpacks also made it harder to kill the guy because he's flying through the air anyway, so there was that.
I don't think the snipers in Vanguard had aim assist either, did they? So that was kind of that was kind of nice as well. I remember one time we played the Pro-Am, we're about to play another European team with Maple and that in, and you know, all the amateur players that came up, like we were playing with like Gizmo and stuff like that, Afro, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna snipe versus Maple, and they were like, what? Nah, we don't advise you snipe against Maple. I was like, guys, you guys don't think I can snipe Maple? Like my own team's like sat there like, you know, not saying I can kill someone on the map. I'm like, yo, this is kind of disrespectful. In my head, I'm thinking like, yo, that's kind of disrespectful before the map's even started. Next thing you know, I'm like Chris Kyle on the map. Maple's nowhere to be seen. He's been first blooded about 5 rounds in a row with a sniper after the map. I'm like, oh, 40 boys said I won't get out to kill Maple. You don't see him. He didn't survive a round when I was in there. So I left that series like, damn, my team don't have faith in me, man. Like, shit, we might be.
I mean, look, this talk about the Plumber era is kind of funny because, okay, I definitely get the take that it's easier to shoot nowadays. For sure, that is true. But also, people would say, well, you know, back in the day, like half the teams weren't even taking it that serious, right? Like, obviously, there was a bit of a turnover point, but in this era, like, okay, we were talking about a clip from Infinite Warfare,
it was more serious back then than they do these days. They get paid 3 times as much as we did back then. They don't even load up the game. They just finish scrims and go home and have a, you know what I'm saying? We took it way more seriously back in the day.
The only argument I could see with like taking it serious is like structured to like, there's more structure now. Like, all right, if someone's late, they get fined by like a company, right? Like if they're overly late, or like there's more structure in terms of like, oh, we watch VOD at 1 p.m. and then we scrim at 2 p.m. Maybe there's more structure, but individual work ethic, I don't even think it's like, if back then was a 10, the individual work ethic nowadays is a 4. Like the best players in the game don't like play 8s all the time. Like they don't like some other people who are even horse shit. I don't ever see them playing the game. Like I think people put in way more hours back in the day. Way more.
Listen, I'm an advocate for, you know, playing other games and chilling and stuff like that. But I used to do that before scrim.
12 hours.
Yeah, before scrims, we used to play S&D wages. Granted, S&D scene's dead, so like that can't work out. But I'm even talking like 8s and stuff like that, man. Shotzi and Skies, when Skies first got picked up in this game, they tweeted out for 8s. They couldn't get 8s, so they just went in IRL stream and started throwing hoops in the hex quarters.
Yeah, they were playing ping pong.
It's so like the work ethic is so bad. Like Don says, it's sad to say. People say COD's dying. Like the pros don't help it. They don't play the game.
Like, nowadays, they watch VOD all the fucking time. And see, even the VOD shit, VOD is a good thing and a bad thing. Like, you don't want to overanalyze. That's why I think probably some of the best coaches.
I never used to watch VOD.
Some of the best coaches, they probably make sure, like, you can't hindsight shit. Like, fucking too much VOD. Like, we're just watching so much fucking VOD. Like, I swear in like Paris Legion, like, bro, we have 2 wins. Like, there's no VOD. Like, there's nothing to watch. Like, we need to like play and get a kill and like win the game. Like, I don't know. Like, that doesn't mean. I was gonna say, you watching 3 hours of VOD a day, that doesn't make you like back in the day. I would have just played those 3 hours and fucking been better than you.
Yo, could someone explain something to me? There is 48 players in the goddamn league, and we can't get 8 of those players to play 8s.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, man. I see the same names in
Where the
8s every day.
Hey, where the fuck his Luna's been at? He's been dropping absolute stinkers left, right, rhubarb, and he's not playing 8s. What's going on here?
He's watching
Bro,
VOD.
an
He's collecting
IW
that paycheck.
That's not even me coming at anyone like you know. I just pick out Luna's there because they're on like the worst team or whatever like that. But like, I don't. Are we even trying? Like the game's ass, but like this is your job at the end of the day. What, we're just doing 2 scrims? I mean, like, yeah, man, that'll do me for the day. Let me go watch One Punch Man or whatever. What animes they watch? Right.
One thing I would say too is like, I swear these guys are like, teams are like, say there's like, so let's just assume, right? Because we don't even know if these guys' VOD and film sessions are going well. Let's just say it is. Let's say, oh, these teams in the league, they're watching VOD, they're doing all type of shit, doing research on other teams. Why the fuck do I feel like the overall like in-game plays are worse? Like I'm seeing more and more dumb shit. Like back in the day, let's say, I don't want to like use certain examples, but like let's say like TK or something like Sharp Nameless Neslo. Like that's a group of solid pros, like whatever. When I played against them, I'm not thinking, oh, these guys don't know how to play. They don't know how to play for the win. Maybe I just think I'm better than them. Nowadays, every pro, though, that's what the pros are saying this about each other. They're like, oh, dude, this guy doesn't know where the fuck the hell is. He doesn't even know how to play the game. Yeah, and y'all watching VOD for 7 hours a day? Back in the day, we never used to, it wasn't as common. There was some people back in the day, like I used to roast Nato because Nato was good. And I would hate when he'd do like some weird shit and catch me off guard. Like, Nato, you don't know how to fucking play. What the fuck are you doing, Nato? But that'd be like one or like a few people. Like Zuma was also one of those people who people called, oh, Zuma doesn't know how to play COD. Obviously he did, you know what I'm saying? But like nowadays, they're just saying about the whole team, the whole organization, the whole team don't know how to play COD. They motherfuckers bring up ROKKR, they're like, the whole ROKKR organization can't clutch. They say the CEO can't clutch, the motherfucking assistant coach can't clutch. I'm like, damn, so we watching all this, what the hell does the structure even mean? Ain't no way. Back in the day, I'm just saying, back in the day, did you think that, Trey? Like, I didn't just think, oh, this team doesn't have a clue how to play. This team doesn't have a clue how to play.
No, I would just single out one guy.
Yeah, maybe a guy on their team, but like Ant Shotzi, he's just like, on Twitter, you motherfuckers suck. Y'all don't even know where the hard point is. Like, y'all don't know where the hard point is? Like, that's insane. It's good shit talk. I'm just saying, like, if the pros are saying that about each other, how the fuck is this VOD and the structure of the, how is this paying off? It probably pay off more if you motherfuckers just got good at the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or am I tripping?
Motherfuckers just watch VOD and go, yeah, we'll do that next time. Guess what? Don't do it next time because guess what? You haven't practiced it. Yeah, nah, we watch VOD though. Like, yeah.
Or they start overthinking it. They might even overthink, like, oh, fuck, well, no, when we brought up that play, it was situational. You don't have to do it every time. Well, damn, why did we spend 45 minutes talking about it?
Well, we could have played dates.
We could have fucking I could have gone and fucking play some goddamn pubs. Like, shoot your gun. Like,
I'm telling you, bro. Listen, I've said this. This is what pros do. Not all of them, but this is what most of the pros do. They go home. Well, they start off the day. They wake up. They scrim. They go home. Maybe watch a little VOD. And then they play Schedule 1 and sell drugs all night. They're hitting rows on Schedule 1. They're trying to sell was it crack X to these pedestrians and try and make their heads blow up.
You think when these players play VOD, like, or watch VOD, they're actually locked in? Because, like,
hell no.
Some, but like
some will be, but I promise you,
it's
motherfuckers,
hard, bro.
Listen, I'm an advocate for hate watching VOD. Like, I'll watch like certain things where we could get better, but watching a whole map, I'll be shit, man. Like, let me scroll TikTok real quick because that shit is just jarring.
The hardest thing to me throughout my career for watching VOD, I've been good at watching VOD, and I always pull up the VOD when I'm bringing up a play. Half of the players I've teamed with, which I would probably assume half of the players in the league, they'll talk about a play without bringing it up in the VOD. So then they're talking about a play without the footage of the play. Also, if you're doing a whole VOD session and there's someone like me or Kenny or somebody who's pointing out a lot of plays, sometimes when your play's not getting brought up, now that person checks the fuck out. Because maybe I'm like, Jimbo, you shouldn't have ran through this front door. Now fucking old Johnny is on his phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making up some shit. I'm just saying like that could happen. Like people when they watch VOD, they need to focus on when plays are being brought up, even if they're not the ones making the mistake. But a lot of players, they're so defensive and selfish. They only care when they get a bad play made. So then you have more problems that cause it's like, okay, Trey, I told you to watch the fucking back. Tom Zuma, why the fuck you didn't watch the back when I was telling Trey to watch the back in this play? Is oh well, damn, you was talking to Trey about that, but it was a whole film session. We were sitting here for 35 minutes talking about we need to watch the back of this hill. That's hard. Though. I'm saying even sometimes I did it. Like it's hard. Like when theories like theory or like Tom Gravity, you should have did this. Like I'm just like, damn, he didn't. I go pull it up. I make sure to go out of my way to get better at that. But like that is a huge problem with VOD. Like people don't even care if there's a mistake. You should care if there's a mistake happening, period. Not just because you didn't do. Oh, I didn't do it. I'm not the person who didn't fucking block the spawns in the bag. So why the fuck do I need to watch this? That's how you make the VOD. It's like, damn, we already talked about this. How are we fucking this up still? That's what happens when teams get in those problems. Is that not everyone is listening.
And then they go, oh, but he was speaking to him about it. Like, no, I had not. Wait, I got to block the spawn too, not just him? Oh, shit, my bad. Like, oh, shit. My bad, bro.
And
it seems they're never going to win. Like,
it's frustrating.
But you were talking about, oh, shit, like, that's a whole team. Ah, shit, my bad.
Yeah.
That was just an SMG player play. My bad. Listen, I could talk about this so much, bro, because, like, bro, we used to have people lining up to play 8s. Bro, even MW 2019, bro, people were lining up to play 8s. And then it just... Vanguard, lining up to play 8. Lining up. Lining, bro. If you were Ash, you weren't getting picked for the whole night. Now, if you're Ash, you're probably getting first pick because you're the only motherfucker on the list. Bro, if your team was getting cooked in the league, you might as well not even sign up. You might as well go play Challenger 8s. And guess what? Challengers don't even play 8s anymore. Bro, back in Vanguard and stuff like that, if you didn't get picked for Pro 8s, you would just go play Challenger 8s until the Pro 8s got picked again. At least you were playing COD. Now guess what? Motherfuckers don't even turn the PC on when they get home. I bet half of their PCs are... Yo, yeah, no,
I'd be so heated, bro. If I didn't get picked in the 8s, I'm talking nothing but shit. I'm on stream talking shit. These fucking trash cans are fucking pick me. What the fuck, like? Now I probably, bro. What Scrappy does now is what I did all of Vanguard base. I would scrim, fucking play like 3 series of 8s, and then just fucking get high as shit and spectate. It's literally free content because no one else. They don't even care. They're just letting us spectate SND 8s. I'm seeing these guys go to strats every round. Like, what the fuck? These people aren't even thinking. Like, I feel like back in the day, they would have just kicked you out the lobby. Like, there's certain people who still got that old school mindset. Like, Ender, I feel like Illy, because I remember he kicked me out the lobby one time because he was like, I don't want to show you my strats. Like, I was obviously like, damn, why you kicked me? But like, I respect it. Like, people don't even like, half these people don't even think properly nowadays, bro. That just is what it is, bro.
They just like on the paychecks, you think?
Oh, 100%.
It's the paycheck. Obviously, there is initial passion there. You can't go pro with no passion, I don't think. But like, I don't know. It's just, I can't see how this era is better if the overall IQ, the average IQ of a player is significantly worse. Like, I'm seeing the dumbest shit. I'm seeing people get shot in the side in 1v1s. I'm seeing fucking people get ninja defuse. Oh my God. I seen kids get a ninja defuse the other day when there was 14 seconds left. Like, as soon as I'm saying, at 25 seconds, I would have said, who am I playing? 14 seconds left, I'm just going to check the bomb. Kids is always going to make a winning play. Like, I just feel like that's common sense. I mean, I have been playing against kids for like fucking 10 years. But like, I'm not getting ninja. First of all, I'd rather get turned on and get ninja defused. Because when you get ninja defused, you get traumatized. Motherfuckers is getting ninja defused. Motherfuckers is getting shot in the side on 1v1s. Motherfuckers are doing some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Getting ninja defused 1, it's like your teammates looking at you like, damn. You dumb as hell.
You ain't even go out the right ways, man.
Secondly, if that happens early on in the game, you're losing a lot of 1v1s, 1v2s because motherfuckers are just tweaking. Oh, they've done a ninja defuse once, they might do it again. Then you just peek. Bro, you're tweaking. You're like, I'm gonna get it. Then you peek something wrong. You're like, fuck, why did I peek that? He's obviously not on the bomb, but you've been ninja defused once, so why the fuck not would he do it again?
I just feel like too, if you get ninja, it should be ninja. Like I feel like I got a lot of ninjas because people were probably playing against me thinking like, this guy's not gonna hop. He doesn't want to like die for free. So then I just end up hopping it. But a clear Kismet, I'm thinking he a prime suspect. Like Lamar guaranteed hopping the bomb. Guaranteed.
Alum Swanee is the most hot bomb player. Listen, motherfucker will plant the bomb. You won't even look for him. He'll just go hot bomb.
Yeah, he just go hop it. Lamar is doing that. I would never get ninja defused by Lamar. I played against Lamar and told my teammates when I'm dead, he's gonna hop it. Like I promise you, he's gonna hop it. He's not gonna sit here and try to look for you. That he does not have the dope to do that. He's gonna hop the bomb. Like what?
Those types of players are hilarious because listen, if they hop the bomb,
should be working.
Hey, if they hop the bomb, they can't get world starred in the 1v1.
Yep. It's just like fuck it. I tried.
Yeah. My bad, boys. I didn't think he was going to check the bomb out. I thought he'd be too scared. All right, no problem, bro. Like, you tried.
I almost had it.
It's better than running around for 30 seconds, shooting a guy, and he just runs away. He's like, shit. Like, well, I can't win it anymore. Hop the bomb, just done and dusted. Fuck it. Tweak him out.
They ain't moving out. This is move these players. I mean, even last year, remember there was the talk about like, this guy Snoopy don't even know the rotations or like something like that, wasn't it? I don't know if I fully buy that, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like, I agree with your point earlier, Don, that those tweets that Shotzi did earlier in the year, you didn't see those tweets back in the day.
Where it was literally, now, Pat did do some shit like where he wrote his little posts or 10 commandments on how to win or whatever.
That was like 2014 though, to be fair. Like that was
that's like one time, and I don't think he said learn how to. Did he say learn how to play the game? He did. He was cooking for us, but that's Egg Slayer. Like that Egg Slayer. I ain't gonna lie. That's just some shit he would do. Like that's the only other example I could see where like people are literally saying y'all. We're so far ahead of y'all. Like y'all don't even know how to play win.
To be fair,
he was on a dynasty.
To be fair, Shotty did say that and went on a generational stinker.
That's what I'm saying.
He did go like, I love Ant, you know, he knows that. But that was a generational stinker after saying it. You know what it was as well? He hates Ravens. Like, I love that. Like, he hates Ravens just as much as I do. But I hate the org. Yeah.
Oh,
like every time he played them in scrims or something like that, he would just roast them on stream, on Twitter, or something like that. He said they didn't know how to play, didn't know how to win. Generational. Wow.
And then got smoked by them every time. But yeah, no, good chat on the Plumber era. I mean, you know, miss those days. We
are now living in the Plumber era. That's the end. That's the end of this discussion.
We're in the Plumber era for sure.
We're in the Plumber era.
People are going to look back on this era and say this is a Plumber era.
Dog shit.
I mean, if the league even still exists in a few years, so you know, we'll definitely see about that one. Yeah, interesting weekends. Obviously, we'll get into the matches in a second. I did want to quickly touch on this because Ronnie put this article out here. Let's get the cameras back. There we go. Talking about going back to Twitch. So a couple of years ago, we had 1 year where it was on Twitch as well, the year that Scump retired, so it was absolutely boring. You know, the viewership was going crazy that year. We've had the YouTube deal, obviously. It's an interesting debate, this, because every time I bring up COD going back to Twitch, the immediate response is, nah, I love watching on YouTube, which is like, yeah, I get it, but it doesn't mean that we have to be exclusive one way or the other. Like, when it was on Twitch and it was on both platforms, I still would watch on YouTube, but like, Twitch is better for discovery, for the big events, and it's often better for community interaction. It monetizes better for the streamers. The chat is better than YouTube. So there's a few benefits of it, and I think most people would probably look back at that season, MW2, when it was on Twitch as well, look at the viewership and say, well, that was pretty crazy. Then also, the reason why we weren't on YouTube that year was in part because they'd done a deal for a couple of years. They took a year off, Scump watch partied. They could then take all those viewership numbers, go back to YouTube the following year and say, yo, look how much we grew the scene. Now you got to pay us even more money. And like for organizations like the ones that you guys are on towards the end of your career, you know, your Parises, your Ravens, like they love that bread. You know, give them a couple hundred racks a year from the YouTube deal. They're going to lap it up. Like they're going to vote in favor of that. Hex will not vote in favor necessarily. Nature will not vote in favor of a deal because they think there's more value to be gained in growing the platform. But anyway, the rumor has it that next year they might be going away from Twitch again. Obviously for the World Cup, Trey, like we were out there, we were streaming on YouTube when it was on both, and we had like 6K plus viewers live, like it was class. So yeah, I don't know, obviously from a bias perspective, I would like to see us on both platforms, but also I understand how these teams, they got to make some money, and for a lot of these teams, they ain't making no money at all. So this is at least some way they get some revenue. But yeah, it's a big talking point over the last couple of days.
I mean, listen.
I'm on your side for sure.
Listen, I was a big hater of YouTube, but I don't mind it. I don't hate it. I used to. I used to be on the bandwagon of like, yo, Twitch is so much better for viewership. It really ain't that bad. It really ain't that much more. I'm going to keep it so real with you. Like, motherfuckers are making out like one of the worst 2 league teams in the game are going to get 50K views. Like, listen, the teams, the players that people want to watch, they're going to get the views. The people that don't, they ain't going to get the views. It's the same way, like, it doesn't mean there's going to be more on there. I think I've grown to love watching it on YouTube. One, no ads. Class. Absolutely scintillating, let me tell you. I load up Twitch. I try and watch someone on Twitch. Next thing I got a 1.5-minute ad. I instantly close out the stream. You wouldn't.
Turbo.
Yeah. Or stream on YouTube, and I'll watch you on YouTube because you get no ads there. That's where we're living.
I'm more on Rap side on this, just because like I get what you're saying with like if fucking Falcons versus Boston is the first match, it's not gonna have the craziest amount of viewers regardless. At the same time, everybody that watch parties on YouTube, being able to watch party on Twitch instead, and then also like let's say I started a watch party on Twitch and I'm getting 100 to 200 viewers during my watch party, or like we lead in the dope check and then we lead in from our stuff that's going to give a lot of viewers into a watch party, and it's just all going to translate and have like a trickle down, you know, like you're going to get more viewers on your Twitch channel in general. Like if Zuma could do his watch party on Twitch, lead it into the flank, I feel like he will make even more cash. Obviously he's cashing regardless, but I'm saying I just feel like the viewership would be even higher. Because every time they go stream on YouTube, then they go, oh, we're ending the thing, and then they go live on Twitch. Like I just feel like if you want to, I just like Twitch is like obviously that's where people mainly stream. It would just help your individual channels a lot, which would it like how Rab said, like monetize. It's better for community interaction and monetize the scene that way. You know, that's just how I feel. Obviously, Boston Falcons first match, like. Or whoever the word Falcons LAG first match, like no one wants to see it regardless, but like it will still help all like the smaller channels, even the bigger channels too, like on Twitch for sure.
Thanks, Eric, for the 5. People like YouTube because it's cheaper to donate and no ads. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I totally get it. I think the rewinding thing is really important. Like for me, when I'm making the videos about the games and stuff, I'll go back and I'll just flick through the map that just happened to find like a key highlight moment, just screenshot it, throw it in. You can't do that so easily on Twitch. I don't really mind. I think like if I was a team and I'm going to cash in like 3, I don't know what the number is. To my understanding though, like okay, so the YouTube deal, let's say the deal is worth 12 million to make it easy. Half of that goes to the league probably. Half of that goes to the team. So you're talking like each team gets 500K each. So let's say maybe it's not 12 million, it's more like 8 million. I don't know what the deal is, but like something like that anyway. Maybe it's a 12 million deal over 2 years. I don't know. The numbers I heard, I don't know where I heard them or how I heard them, but it was like the teams get enough to pay all their players minimums for the year. Like that. So if you're all like Paris, you're like, well, sound, I'm basically profitable. I pay all my boys minimums. Maybe I pay my coach if I have to. Maybe I don't pay my assistant coach because I know that shit was going on.
Yeah, he can fund his own travel too.
Yeah, exactly. And then like I'm cashing in about 50 quid a year. Like what a result. And I get to sell my league spot. Like for the poverty orgs, I get it. But maybe the poverty orgs are gonna finally go this year. They might all be gone after this year. I don't know.
I
If
mean,
the poverty orgs go and we go to Twitch and YouTube, holy shit, we might be fucking booming.
no, because we still have no one that likes playing the game after scrims. So like we might be booming for like a month when when the players like want to learn how to play the game, and then once they want to start selling some drugs on schedule 1.
Oh my god, bro.
Then we're right back to talking about the Plumber era. I will be here.
Absolutely, I will be here. The other thing I wanted to get into real quick, well, actually, I guess I want to talk about it now, really, in the context of the weekend, is just the cameras are back. Yesterday's matches, I don't even know if I want to talk about them. It was one of the worst days of COD. Everything was just a hot 3-0. Draza was like quickest match day of all time. And to be fair to the league, I will give them credit. They are efficient now with these matches. They used to take their time. They used to wait around. But I know that those guys who work for the league, they want to be done and go home as well. So they just lock in. And if it's a hot 3-0, they will just crack on with the next series straight away. And yesterday, everything was like just an absolute slammage. I know the people were talking about it in the context of the Plumber era as well, saying that these kids nowadays can't compete. But I think it's also more to do with, again, we're at the end of the season and these online matches, just nobody cares. And to be honest, the only reason why people care is because OpTic have blown it up and they've brought in Mercules and there's all this chaos going on. Like that's the only, because this is the same thing for the last 4 years now of doing these online qualifiers, that you get to April and May and everyone just doesn't care anymore. They will come and watch the majors, but they do not care about the qualifiers. They might watch OpTic series because, of course, they've had such a crazy season. But the league surely have to be thinking about this, because at the end of the year, these matches are super common, right? Because you get good team that's making champs versus terrible team that's not making champs, that doesn't care anymore. They're all playing for their stats, and they're just going to get 3-0 slammed. Like, it is what it is. You see this all the time. At the start of the year, it's more interesting, and as the year goes on, you get these matches which are meaningless, and the team that's going to lose knows they're going to lose, and they're just playing for their spot. That's my take. But, thoughts?
I do have some thoughts. I had a lot of thoughts when you were talking. So, like, the past 5 series is 3-0. Like, I don't think that's the league. You said the league's got to think about it. Like, I don't think that's the league's fault. The teams are just fucking horrendous. And this game, like,
the teams don't try and win,
bro. What I'm trying to say is I'm tying it back to like the no skill gap shit. Like someone can't go crazy. Like even when OpTic was fucking 0-18, that's what I was saying every day. Someone just drop 40 and get a map. Like Paris Legion, go look at Paris Legion, bro. We was winning maps even when, bro, I was trying to get John dropped and have my coach play, and we could still win a map. Like the last 5 series, these Falcons 3-0. OpTic Ravens 3-0. Ravens is goddamn like a 6-7 seed 3-0. Surge Boston 3-0. FaZe LAG. That shit should have been put on a fucking illegal website. Like, what was the point of that? Rocker, Ultra Rocker 3-0. Like, motherfuckers can't win a map. I don't think that's the league's fault. Like, you can't even prepare. You can't even prepare or plan for motherfuckers to be this horseshit. It's impossible. Someone go crazy, win a map. You can't just drop takeover 40 bomb. Even SND. I ain't gonna lie, it might be even easier in a search. Like someone just have a good search. You can get lucky. Like there's been years where I've been shit at search, like kind of mid, like 0.9. I averaged like 5 kills, but I had random maps where shit, I'm 13-4 at SND. Like you can't have a random pop off, win a map. Like, am I tripping though?
I'm sick of it because, like you said, the last 5 series have been 3-0s, and it should have been 6 series. But my fucking word, ROKKR decided to go last map versus the worst league team in the fucking world. So what the fuck's the point? You know what I'm saying? You trying to tell me, like you said, motherfucker? I picked Boston to beat Surge, right? I was like, yo, Boston look kind of hot versus Texas. You know what? I was like, yo, it's gonna be a Close it. No, not even a close
3-8.
series. You guys are fucking shitting me, right? You know what, Ravens, all right? Dylan Rex, 1.2 last series. He's looking like he's on form. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Oh, ROKKR, LAG. I'm like, yeah, 3-0 ROKKR. There's not a chance, not a hope. What do you mean they're going last map?
I thought they were going to lose, too. What's it was last map? I swore I thought they were going to lose.
I was like, what do you mean it's last map? You know, this ROKKR team was the team that we sat there and thought, yo, this team's going to make champs. I can smell it, right? Fuck off.
Yo, I was cheating.
Fuck off.
I was DS cheesing.
I was DS cheesing with you.
Okay, all right. At least we own up to it, because like looking back at it, like I can't supporting this team. Like, I just can't support this team, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Motherfuckers.
I brought up the series right here. That's our favorite team. Yeah, I don't understand. Look, Gentlemates are horrific, obviously, but still, they just
horrific. That is not the word. Horrific is not. I don't. Is there a word that can describe it? Like, I need to find another word that describes horrendous.
I mean, look, they clutched up. They iced up 6-4 last map. Little icy game 5 for the ROKKR. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I have a question. Did LAG win a series in the minor or something? How are they 4 wins with 30 points?
That's a.
They must have won one series in the minor and then got knocked out early. Must have been, right?
And 4 wins with 30 points. These guys are in. These guys are in absolute hell, bro. What the fuck? I can't see. It just says they 3-0'd New York, 3-0'd the Falcons.
LAG are revolting. There you go.
That's pretty good.
Someone said putrid, frightful,
People used
ghastly,
to use that word. Putrid,
abysmal, grim,
Right, the English language is so good. There's so many words.
rubbish.
But they're officially out of champs now. Kismet did a tweet about it. Daryl did a tweet
me.
about it.
I did not need that tweet to confirm that. I confirmed that after Major 1. They could have done that tweet after Major 1 and I would have believed it, because fuck me. I did not need any confirmation they were not making champs. We said that Major 2.
What do you think they do from here, Gentlemates?
I gotta calm down.
Fucking blow it up. You know, they obviously aren't making it to major. They're not making it to champs.
Kataga might retire the org. He might be done after year 1.
Does he even do the watch parties anymore, or has he given up?
He gave up after Major 2. Come on now. He watched his team get broke when they had full row and 4 up, and he said he started laughing. He said, "Nah, I'm out."
They're in a really rough spot. I mean, if I'm LAG, you should try to keep Kismet, but like if I'm Kismet, you should be DSing everybody. Go DS Sib and fucking, even though Cap and Crimp, I think are actually a good sub duo before they picked up Cap. I don't know. I feel like Kids you need to go DS Cheese Dante. Start playing with Sib again or something. You need to play with some other motherfuckers, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But if I'm the Oregon, I'm trying to keep Kids.
Lit for EWC. They're locking in, Trey.
Nah,
I'm
done.
Keep Kids if I'm the Oregon,
I'm done.
That's about it.
Listen, what they need to do is they need to save Kiz, all right? And to save Kiz, you get rid of him. You let him free.
Let him free.
Listen, let him free. Do not keep him, because you're torturing the man. All right, let him go. Let him spread his wings. Okay. Don't keep him for EWC. That's harsh. Let him spread his wings. Let him go to another team. Fly, Kismet, fly, and get everyone off. Get everyone else out of the team. There is no way a single player on that team should be on that team. I know Kismet. You're saying Kismet, whatever like that.
Yeah.
Get him gone too. It's toxic. Get him gone. Let him go somewhere else. He can't play for your team no more. Everything just needs to go. Oof, blow up, kaboom, get it gone. They need a restart. Go full French. Just pick up the Omit team for EWC.
I wouldn't mind if they went French.
Cobra.
I mean, fuck.
Cobra Lins, get Brezzy back in there. He was a good glue piece last year.
Wait, Cobra Lins, Brezzy would be way better than this team that they have right now.
I'm confused why they did what they did on that regard. Because like last year,
I think Brezzy's a shooter, bro.
EWC, it was Bance, Harry, Cobra, and Denza. That was their team, and they honestly weren't even bad. Like they were respectable, and they at least had some French thing. This year they went for Linz as their French piece, and I get it, but like if you're gonna do it, go for it, right? Like, oh my god, it's been such a shambles.
No, I'm not assuming management's the issue.
I mean, I think you should, but
I mean, low key, the 3 they traded for they traded 3 players. And they got worse. Like, I'm just saying, they got worse. There's no way they got better. Not a chance.
And then, like, John, he looked like the best player on his team. And then, like, now it's like he's getting absolutely horked on. It's like,
yeah, because
they're baited, bro. They're baited him for stats.
No, it's not. Nah, he had that. Listen, this is what happened. He played challengers. He had the passion to get on a league team. He got an LAG and thought, fucking hell, I can turn this around. He played 2 matches, fried and said, it's fucking useless. I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing. So I'm just going to wake up. I'm going to scrim. We'll watch a couple VODs here and there. I'll act like I care because we're still getting tucked regardless. And then guess what? I'm going to go home and play Schedule 1.
And
that's what happened done.
I want to say one more thing too, and then like just because I commented on this when they made the change, and I was like, when you make the league, you have to play good. It's looking at the numbers, okay? I'm not talking about eye test because I'm gonna be completely honest. Whenever I see LAG play, I don't try to retain anything that they do. I don't want to steal the way they play. I don't want to be like, oh wow, they did this very nicely. I don't want to see it. But numbers wise, he has worse numbers than Priesta, and they dropped the shit out of Priesta. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Priesta.
Yeah, fellow. Out of all, they've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've had 7 players on their roster, and he's got the worst numbers by far. Which is just like it's AIDS because when he was in challengers, he won both elites. So like, what can he do at this point? Like, go back to challengers, win another elite, and join another team, and then not like I'm not trying to like single him out because I fuck with fellow. I've teamed with fellow before. He's definitely a good person. These people, when you make the league, bro, you need, or even in challengers, fuck that. Let's say, let me try to rephrase it. In challengers, develop a play style that maybe it isn't the greatest in challengers, but develop a play style that will translate to the league, bro. Like, look at Merc. Like, I know we're going to talk about him more, but it just looks like I'm not blown away by his shot or anything. I'm personally blown away that he looks like he knows how to play. Like, he's a high IQ player. That's what is impressive to me. I'm like, damn, this guy's already like, he just looks like he's been playing for fucking 7 years in the league. That's how you want to play. You know what I'm saying? His play style to me is very nice. It's not the most flashy. Oh my God, he's literally not missing it, but it's great. It is fantastic play style. Maybe that, because that has to be what it is. There's no reason why a fellow wins every Challengers Elite and then drops 72 Slayer rating, 0.88. Like, and I literally said this, but when it happened, I'm like, you have to play good this time. Because how many more times can you repeat the cycle? But I don't want to keep rambling on that.
Hey, it's a good yearly salary though, for sure. A couple elite wins and you know,
that's
salary to it. You know,
that's true.
Fuck it.
That's true.
I'll repeat it. Fuck it. Coming to the end, you know, getting old. You know, fuck it. We'll run it up. But listen, there was a rumor that what is it, Ronnie or so? Who said it? Might not have been Ronnie. Someone said Fellow said he was never going to join LAG in a million years, and the next thing you know, he's joined LAG.
I actually don't.
Oh no, that was Lion Man who said that, right?
Yeah, it might have been Lion.
That was Lion Man on the one show. I'm like, damn, you just outed him. He's never joined the LAG. He on LAG. Like, damn, I feel like that's the type of shit get kept in the tuck.
But that's what I'm saying, bro.
They about to super drop this shit.
Bro, the league took the passion out of Fellow again, man. Because, bro, remember before he was playing, bro, he was playing 8 of his stream. He was loading up stuff like that. You go on a fucking absolute generational stinker. You don't even want to fire the stream up. You might even get people in there going, "Yo, appreciate you for playing still, bro. Hey, these unders are hitting, twin. My prize pick says never looking back."
Nah.
Yeah, use code
Hey, because I
breaking
know,
point.
hey, Rab, I know. Yeah, use code breaking point because Rab, I know when a few people got dropped, last year and this year, we were like, damn, man, that was guaranteed cash, bro. Guaranteed.
All fellow told me at Dallas, because he was doing all those like bait tweets about like, oh, I've signed a contract, he just said, look, the next one I tweet is legit. And then he tweeted out and the LAG rumors were hitting. I'm like, oh no, man. Oh no. So actually he's gonna go he's gonna end up going there. But I think it's interesting. What I find interesting about this team is Lunas, right? Because because clearly with the existence of Mercules, there is talent down there in challenges, but it needs to, and some talent just works in the league, and some talent maybe will, but needs a bit of development, or some talent's just cooked. Like, because if you looked at challenges, obviously we've got Ina Dog in the chat. I'm sure she has her thoughts on this. But you look at challenges, you probably wouldn't be able to, in terms of numbers, you wouldn't be able to massively differentiate what Lunas was doing, what Dylan Rex was doing, what Mercules was doing. They all had pretty similar, in terms of just like KD and stuff, right? Like they're all doing similarly well in challenges and similarly were kind of like top of the pecking order. Of course, they all play a bit of a different style. But you know, it's difficult to know what a player's going to look like when they come to the league. I think this is why the Mercules angle is so crazy, because if Beans didn't have his visa issues, Mercules would not be on a team now. He might not be on a team next season either. You never know, right? Like, because at that point, you're hoping that you qualify for the World Cup and you can show out there. So that's the thing, because a guy like Lunas, you know, I do think he's a talented player, but the way that he plays and the way that he plays on this team is just so not impactful at all. That like he's not, you know what I mean? He's not proving.
Well, this is what I would do. Okay, I'm paying Toronto Ultra $1 million, and I'm asking them to just sub out their player. All right, just for a couple scrims to see if it works out, because Toronto are clearly one of the best teams in the game, teamwork wise, and that's why Merc worked so well in there. And you can see he was ready to be a pro when he went to the event. So I'm paying Toronto $1 million, and I'm just, yo, can you try out this player? Just drop one of your players, see if he fits in. If he fits in for a scrim, cool, we'll pick him up. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. We need to see if he's league ready with Toronto Ultra, because that's what happened with Merc. Because unfortunately, they picked up Lunas into one of the worst teams in existence, and that just makes him look 10 times worse. And now he's picked up some terrible habits. Now he looks like a headless chicken. That's the issue. Obviously, I'm joking with the Toronto Ultra shit, but you can, if you replace someone in a top team and you still are a top team, you are clearly a good player that is fit for a good team in the league. Or at least you know how to play. That's why Merc looks so comfortable on OpTic. Be it they're not like the best team in the game, he's an exciting player. They have lost a series with him, but he's very exciting to watch. By far, he has got every single pair of eyes on him now in the league. He is fucking phenomenal. But you can't tell me that Toronto didn't help him with that as well. You know, he's gone into that team, he's came out of there, he's like, shit, I'm actually about it. Like, he's probably shocked at how well he did too. He's like, wow, I'm actually about it. I'm better than half these motherfuckers. I play one event. Lunas goes into a terrible team, and now he's picked up some of these habits. Now, I'm not saying Lunas goes to Toronto and fries, but it's the same with Fellow. You can't tell me Fellow's not talented. He's in challenges, winning and everything like that. Comes into the league on a terrible team, and they don't know what's going on. They don't know how to play, and now he's just dropping the worst KD, the worst Slayer rating. Like, I think this is bigger than the player. I think it's like I said, team environment, how people actually manage these teams or manage how things are going down. Clearly, something's not fucking working. I don't give a fuck if you're winning scrims. You're not winning matches.
They all love their coach, though. I just seen it on Twitter today.
Everyone loves their coach. But this is my thing. If shit ain't working, something has to fucking change. That's what I said about OpTic. Something isn't working. You say scrims are fucking going phenomenal, and then you go to a match and you keep losing it. What's more important, winning scrims or winning matches? If you are 0-5 in a match and you place top 12 at an event, whatever you've done that whole split, it ain't working. Switch up. Go. Do something else. We got to change the whole shit. Bang.
They did, though.
Yeah, they picked up 3 players. Guess what? Played the same way. They said, it must be the players' fault. They can't shoot straight. Boom. Let me lock them in this situation. Oh, shit. Same situation. They've all now confirmed they're not making champs. Fucking shock horror. I knew that. Major 2.
Yeah.
What should these teams do for the World Cup? Because
drop the whole team.
Oh yeah, drop the whole team. Yeah,
drop the whole team and pick up a challenger team, bro. Let Kismet go fly, bro. He's been tortured enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking, like, do you go for European talent? Like, because
they can't get a goddamn visa.
Yeah, but for the World Cup, it's not an issue, right? Like, to get
but they got a scrim.
Yeah, I guess so. That is a good point.
Do they have the scrim? I think when you're that dog shit, low key, you might just want to lock it in.
Hey, I'm telling you,
pull up and lock it in, right?
Hey, LAG should go pick up Afro's team. Don't scrim no Americans, yeah, because listen, you got the jump on those motherfuckers. You're gonna play some weird ass way. You might have the jump. Let them just go. Set my boy Kismet free, because there's no way they're going to EWC with this team. You can't, nah.
Unless they're just trying to save money, but apparently these guys got bread, huh?
I should hope so. They need it. Nah, come on. You can't, Rab, you can't go to EWC with this team. You're doing yourself. You're doing yourself a disservice.
They're bringing Linz back for EWC. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I think they're bringing Linz back in.
Great. I don't hate Linz, but like, fuck me, like something like we've tried and tested something, bro. Like, can we just go for something new? They dropped Priester for Sky. Sky's for Priester. Shit. Well, that didn't work. Let's bring Luna. Like, we'll bring Lunas in too. Yeah. All right. Let's try out Priester. Yeah, that didn't work. Fuck it. 2 new players. That didn't work. Fuck it. We'll just bring back the old Linz. We'll bring him back. Bro, go do something new, man. This recycling shit, it don't work. We've seen it for years on end. It don't work. I'm just getting real with it, bro, because honestly, it's actually very disheartening seeing like all these players. They've got so much passion coming in it, and they just get absolutely violated. I don't think these players are terrible. They can all shoot straight. They can all move around the map together, or move around the map, not together, because they can't do that. But I'm just saying, like, you can't. Not even this 4 wants to play together. You know what I'm saying? There's no way they load into scrims with a smile on their face, because if I was getting hawked on like this, I wouldn't be. Bro, even my London team on MW2. We started off the stage 2-0, and I was like, I was stressed. Because, like, for me, you know, I like demanding perfection and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And even if I feel like things didn't go that great in the match, I still want to, like, you know, push for more. But these motherfuckers got 40 points.
30
with 4 wins. Where the fuck that come from? They chucked them an extra win and they felt bad. I'm not cooking these players individually. I just want to see people. I just want to see organizations and coaches stop recycling. It ain't working. Try something new. It costs a little bit of money, sure, but what the fuck are you in the league for if you ain't gonna spend the money? Do you want to win, or do you just want to? You know, I've heard some orgs being like, you know, we just want to make it to champs. What do you mean you just want to make it to champs? What is there, some sort of bonus? You want to win.
Do you think? Okay, I brought up the Miami stats here because I think, you know, there was a time where people were saying it was understandable to a point, because to me, I was seeing Heretics not put in Rancor, not put in Super, and be like, well, guess those guys are ass. Like, there must be a reason why they're not bringing them in. But they've done it. And, there was a lot of calls to say, the Spanish team, they should just give up on the Spanish project. It's never going to work. And look, for the Saudi perspective, that's, it's going to be a good few years until they could put together a team that's capable. But obviously, Gentlemates are a French team, French org. Heretics have proven that you can make Sundays with your national team. Is it possible for French players? Like back in the day, we had a couple of notable French teams. I'm not sure there is the strength and depth nowadays. But obviously, as we said earlier, there are some players. There's Linz, there's Cobra, there's Brezzi. Like, obviously, this Spanish team, they're boys. They work well together. They speak the same language. Like, I wouldn't say it's a team that's like greater than the sum of its parts exactly, but you kind of get that feel. And maybe there's something to think about there for Gentlemates. Like, I'm just surprised that Gentlemates haven't seen this and thought, you know what, we should just send it. Send like 4 French players or 3 French players and get whoever can speak French. I don't know, like even if they're not French. Like, get some French-Canadian kid. I don't even know. But for the World Cup, it might be worth a try. Although I would want them to pick up Afro's team, ideally. Unless Afro's team qualifies themselves.
Yeah, but like, then you get an Afro like making a bit of money over there, it doesn't matter. If they say, if LAG went up to Afro's team, like, yo, we want to pick up all 4 of you, think he's going to go, nah, we're blessed, man, we're going to qualify for this over here, it'll be sweet. Fuck no. No. Like I said, it's just disheartening, I don't want to come on stream and say I did not want to watch any of these matches, but after, 5-3-0s is insane.
Yeah, they were bad. They were fucking dog shit.
Apologies, I did forget to unmute my mic slightly. The rest of the guys could hear me. Let me start from scratch again. The point is, Mercules is on OpTic. A week ago, he wasn't on OpTic. And how do we get to this point? Zinni was involved. It's the point that I was making. Yeah, chat, I got it. Don't worry. Zinni was involved. And Hector then decided to make the call and basically say, look, we are going to do this. Mercules is coming in for Skies. My opinion on it is that I don't know if Hector would have done this if there wasn't such a backlash from the fans about keeping Skies. Because Skies probably found out after they beat Surge and was probably pretty mind-blown, I'm not going to lie, but it was in the works for some time before that. Don't really know why it took quite so long to get over the line in the end. But, Hector thinks a lot about what the fans are thinking, and we've talked about it on the show before, how recently it kind of felt like OpTic were, I don't want to say almost losing the fans, but there were certainly some OpTic fans that were like, these guys don't even want to win, they're keeping Skies, the team just came top 8, like they're talking about their scrims are going well, it's a piss take. And there were some OpTic fans saying like, you know what, I'll see you next year. But, so I think Hector saw that and probably thought, well, look, this is what the fans want to make happen. Does it make sense to actually do it? The answer is yeah, it made sense to do it. So they did it. Skies is still on the bench, so he's still accessible if they needed him back, but it's pretty unlikely. But yeah, OpTic made the move. I think the question will be, could somebody else have gone and got him before? I know like there was a lot of discussions. Cloud9 wanted him. Toronto wanted him on their bench. I know that people in hindsight are going to say, oh, Toronto should have just given him the contract and said, write whatever number you want on the piece of paper and come join our starting team. Like, to me, I don't buy that idea as being a good one. But I get why after Mercules' great first week with OpTic, people are saying, damn, someone else could have got him instead. Now OpTic have got this generational player. Obviously, we've got to, keep our hats on a little bit. Like, it is 1 week of matches against 2 teams that aren't that great. But nonetheless, it's an important time. And it's probably the only thing that's kept any of these matches over the last couple of weeks interesting has been this whole Mercules story. So thoughts, Trey, on them picking him up in the first place, because they flip-flopped a lot on this. We thought they weren't going to do it. Then they made the call, and obviously it's been a good weekend.
I mean, they should have done it anyway. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't. You know, they were on the cusp of, you know, fighting to make champs with ROKKR or Cloud9. Like, that's where it was looking at. Like, I understand that they were looking good in scrims and then they weren't translating to matches. But, like, listen, that's what I said. Like, clearly something ain't going right over there. You just need to spice it up. Like, you've dropped so many people and nothing's working. So it's either we go out for this superstar who's got top 3, or we stop dropping people and try and make it work. And guess what? They've 3-0'd their first match back. It looked good, and they thought, fuck it. Merc's ready to go. Let's just pick him up. It can't, like, if we 3-0'd this team with Caesar, we can 3-0 this team with Merc. That's the way I would look at it. Merc's definitely the better player. You know, shout out Caesar. Yeah, I feel like this game just isn't really his game. I think it's a bit too fast paced for him. But this Merc kid, yeah, he was the only exciting thing about this weekend. Like, everything he done was correct. Everything he done was right. Like, I was watching him on some of those on those rewind hardpoint hills. Oh my god, this kid is literally like, I'm not even saying this. This kid literally saved OpTic on that map. Like, on some of these maps, he was legit carrying. Like, and I know Shotzi and Dashi done like Mace's him tweets, stuff like that, but now it's their time. Like, Mason's definitely came in, Mercules definitely came in and give him some passion back as well. That's what I want them to take from it, and then help this kid out and turn him into the superstar that he already is. You know, that's what they need to do. Like, they're getting older now. There's new players coming up. You ain't always gonna be the top dogs. You ain't always, like, your name's always gonna be in the conversation, but someone's gonna be there. And look, Mercules is that guy. Like Don said, he looks like he's been a pro for years. He's jiggle peeking. He's not challenging dumb. He's not doing this like bullshit of, oh, he gets 1, gets 2, and then goes for the 3. Like, he knows how to play his life. He reminds me of, like, you know, how Simp used to play back in the day when he first started playing. Now, I'm not comparing him to Simp by no means. Please don't. Like, Simp was an anomaly, but with the way he was playing in some of those in his first 2 matches, I could see it. They've got a generational player on their hands. I just hope, for one, I hope the fans don't ruin it, because, you know, he could have a one or 2 bad games and everyone's like, oh, we're back to that. Like, listen, that kid has got it. He had it on Toronto. He's got it on OpTic. Like, he just needs the boost to be the superstar that he actually is. You know, you don't see it that often, but yeah, I think this kid's already got it. And I'm not even glazing. Like, he's just good.
You're not glazing. That was well said. I mean, I agree with everything you said, honestly. That was perfect take in my eyes.
I'm impressed. I mean, look, he played
gross,
2
bro.
series. I guess that's what people are going to say. I think with the OpTic fans, it's an interesting time, because we talked about it on the pre-show Friday. It's like, okay, who's going to be the new scapegoat? You know, like, if it doesn't work out for OpTic, who's getting scapegoated? It's always how the conversation goes. I don't think that's even possible to really happen with Merc, because I think he passed the eye test in Miami for sure. But I think, like, there were just so many moments this weekend that impressed me. I think, as you were saying, Trey, the one I really liked was on that rewind where he was just jiggle peeking with the AR. Like, you don't see a
outside
lot of
of
players
Burger
do
Hill.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, he was outside of Burger Hill. Bro, he was making people look like they worked there, bro. He was literally showing up, just going left, right, chow, this, that. And the funny thing is, they weren't world star kills. They were, like, well put together, a chowed in his head. Like, it looked like it was like, have you guys seen, I don't know if you've seen it, but like Sherlock Holmes rap with Robert Downey Jr., where he runs through the scenario before it happens, and then he just does it. That's what he looked like he done. That's what it looked like what VODs were for done. Like, oh, I've been in this scenario before.
Yep.
Like, motherfuckers going chow this. That's what it looked like. And, you know, he's got some good people behind him as well. Like, yo, imagine your first coach on your pro team being fucking Damon Barlow. Like, that, It don't get better than that. And then you got, if I was him, I'd go watch back the, I'd go watch back the Scump watch party. You got Scump gassing you up like you're the fucking dog's bollocks. You got the boss Hex going like, yeah, I'm glad we made that cool. You know, obviously he doesn't want to gas himself up too much, but like that's some good takes to have, especially after your first 2 games. Usually it takes a few people just to like walk in, you know, feel it out. But like you saw, he didn't need that at Miami. He just went in there and done his shit and walked away. So I like the way he was grounded too. I don't know if you watched the Hitch thing, but he shouted out one of his boys that like he was like, "Oh, who's one of your like Codfathers?" I think, and he said his name was Zealot. Like he could have said someone that he met in challenge or something like that. But he went OG. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, the kid who used to just who he lost that 1v2 to Illy. The clip was doing the rounds. It was on like a frequency hardpoint as a like final map. Search game 5 or game 3 or whatever, round 11, and then they bottled it, and that Zealot guy was crying down the camera and went to like quit and join the military or something. So like it was a good story, and it turned out it was Merc involved in that clip, which was definitely raising heads.
It's nice how it's come full circle as well. Like, you know, like we've got another OpTic Merc. You know, it's kind of cool. It just had to be something like that. The only thing I am like I said, the only thing I was disappointed with is that OpTic didn't go for him straight away. You know, I think it's one of those what could have been moments. You know what I'm saying, Don? Like if they didn't sign him and they kept Caesar, like would they have made champs? You know, Cloud9 looking okay, but they've signed him.
I think they still would have made it.
I think they would have made it too, but they've signed him. Everything's A-okay. It's like watching, you know, a new footballer come up, like, you know, Lamine Yamal or something like that right now. It's like watching someone exciting, like, so. But that's just because everyone's getting 3-0 too, so that don't help.
Yeah.
They don't help. But shout out Merc, man. Shout out Merc.
I like the Merc 30 game nickname he's getting. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, of course it came from Bose too. Of course it did.
Merc 30.
Of course it did.
Yeah, this kid, I just love the way he plays the game, honestly. He just looks experienced. He looks poised. I mean, shit, bro. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to kind of switch my allegiances, bro. I might be an OpTic bandwagon again, bro. I was when Ken was on the team. Ken, I tried to follow him to the ROKKR, and it just...
You couldn't pay me.
I don't want to watch them anymore. I don't.
You couldn't pay me.
I don't watch it anymore.
Like, it's one of these things, Don. You know, I always tell, like, I always advertise this. You know what I'm saying? I always advertise. It's nothing to do with the players. I love you guys, but my word, you can't get a win.
Yeah.
I'm not coming at your skill. I'm not coming at your personality. I think you're all fantastic, but my word, I can't support you guys no more.
Merc 30, baby.
They got a win. It was a little game 5 versus LAG. Nice win.
Yeah,
that's 10 points.
Exactly. Hey,
that's a loss. That was a loss. Watching.
Yeah, that's a loss. I'm walking away from that series going, we should have just given 10 more points because they deserve it more than us.
Losing composure. Whew.
Chris puts a good question in the chat. He says, what happens when Merc drops his first bad series? I do want to quickly say we got a couple of super chats in. We got one from Mark a little while ago, and he said, legit question, is Trey what Aches is for the flank? Does he really watch the games? I mean, every single match Mark drops a 5. I mean, look, I think if Mark heard Trey's take on that little Mercules,
all right, listen, I'll keep it real with you guys. No, I don't watch every game, but I don't state I watch every game. I literally told you guys, if there's a bad team playing, I close my eyes. I won't watch that series. I've got no care in the world for that series. You think I want to talk about ROKKR and LAG? The only thing I'm shocked about is they went game series, 5. Bro. You know, listen,
I sat there and watched that shit. That shit was ass.
Listen, I watch the games that I find out or that are going to be really interesting. I watch the games that are going to be talked about on the show a lot. I don't state that I watch every game, and I also don't give bad takes. So I don't, you know, that's not my thing. So. Yeah, and you know, going off Rab's question about what happens if Merc has his first bad series, he's gonna have a bad series.
Yeah, everybody has a bad series. Who the fuck's never had a bad series?
I mean, he could have a stint at a bad series. He could have a 3-game stinker, but then he comes back for the 4th for the little 1.3, and everyone's like, he's back.
I think the question is like, you're right. It's more like the rest of the team, right? Because look, the Boston series was pretty interesting. Merc was trying his best, but there were a few moments in there, decisions again. I think Shotzi's been, like, I almost think Shotzi's been a little bit underrated in recent weeks because I know he's made a lot of bad decisions and he has had some tough series, but I think he's been generally pretty good, and he's still like just such a massive takeover player. The player that's probably going most underrated for OpTic is probably Hook a bit. It's just, the thing is, Merc ain't going anywhere, and if OpTic is smart, they'll lock him down to the Supermax for a longer term because, OpTic needed a discovery like this. I think that's what I find exciting about it, is we talked about it, didn't we, during the season. Okay, the Pred and Kenny team has collapsed. You're probably never playing with Pred again, never playing with Kenny again. So what do you do to compete with FaZe and Thieves? Like, what's the plan? Who are you going to go out and get? Like, you're going to go get Sib? You're going to go and try and get, I don't know, like Kleenex or Joe Deceivers? I mean, maybe, but you can't go out there and just, there's not many players you can sign. Like, they needed a kind of discovery like this. So I think they're fortunate that he's landed here because he potentially could have gone somewhere else if, things could have changed. But he's there, so okay, great. They should probably lock him down. But if they don't win champs, if they don't win the World Cup, then okay, people are going to say, what could he do in the off-season? And most people are still looking at Hook, and I get it, for sure. But I think Hook's also been pretty underrated lately. Like, he's actually been playing some good stuff. But again, we are talking online CODs generally. And that is always the discussion here, right? But I think it doesn't really matter what Mercules does from now onwards. He'll still be bare minimum good. It's all about how OpTic do now as a team, whether Mercules can help elevate their gameplay in other ways. Because I think his comms, that's what kind of impressed me. I wasn't expecting him to be a ghosty, and like, okay, he's not a ghosty in the comms, but he was calling out pretty good. Like, their comms seem better. They seem more precise, more energetic. That was a nice touch as well, because I wasn't necessarily expecting that.
There is one thing they've been missing, and in the comms wise, it was, I'm pushed out here, they're spawning here. They have missed that so much, and it just, one person saying that in the team literally changes the whole trajectory of the next two hills. Like, it allows them to be like, oh shit, they're spawning here every single kill. Now I have this part of the map that's open. I can go push this. I can go control this. And he was cool in that. And I was even sat there like, damn. Like, he's not just coming in here and shooting straight like some people would. Like, this guy's actually offering something that's not just kills on the map. And it was nice to see.
I think Bert's right, just real quick before you go, Don, because Bert drops the super chat. Thanks for the 5. Crazy thing is that the OpTic boys are getting to that age. They've got to start investing in their future. I mean, it's an interesting point. I often think about this with regard to Dashi, because in my head, Dashi's still kind of like a new age player. That's just kind of how he sounds. But he's been around since 2017. And
he's 26 now,
exactly,
is he not?
yeah, he's older than me or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, he's
older than me. Deadass, he's older than me.
Yeah, exactly. He's been around a minute, and Shotzi's probably 23 now. Hook's probably 25. I mean, he's 24, 25 for sure.
Tyler's the same age as me. So by like a couple months, he's about to be 26.
Okay, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm about to be 26 in 2 weeks. So, like, we up there. And then like, getting Merc, exactly, it's a good point, because OpTic, it's funny, every year we do that graphic of like who the oldest players in the league are, and OpTic, because they don't change, they're getting up there, right? It's not like a problem, but you gotta, there is some young talent out there if you can make it work properly. But yeah, I just want a quick aside.
I mean, bro, people gotta understand that the league's just getting old now.
Yeah, people are just getting older.
Like, that's just how it is. Like, there's only still a few young players out there. Like, Simp's still quite young. Like, was he like 22, 23?
Oh. I'm barely Simp and Abysmal, I swear, barely younger than me. And
I think he's got to be 24 now, nearly, because he came in at 18 in 2019. Simp's going to be 24 this year, probably.
Abysmal's 26 this year. Abysmal's the same year.
Sim don't age, though.
They do. Yeah, because it's all about dope levels. Yeah, Simp is 24.
24? Shit.
Abysmal's same age as me and Hook and everybody.
Past his prime, bro. I'm telling you, past his prime.
Sim's 20.
On Breaking Point says he's 24.
Yeah.
Dashy just got
Beezy says
glasses,
Beezy.
Markson says in the chat.
Listen, the
man's
league's
eyes are
just getting
cooked.
old now. Like, bro, like I said, Dashy's 26. I retired at 25.
How old is
Damn,
Hydra?
I retired early.
All right, Hydra's still he's a little young.
I mean, even Mercules, like, he's
early.
not 18. I think Merc's about 21, 20, maybe, something like that. So, like, even a lot of these, like, new players, they're not coming in at 18, apart from Joe Deceives, pretty much, because they don't have enough time to compete in challenges, because, like, I mean, Merc only played for a year in challenges.
Super's like 25, and he's a rookie.
It's crazy, right? Like, Abuse is like 23, 24, something like that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's great, but, you know, it's not the age. The age thing is less relevant, really, but it's more that, you know, you got to look to the future. So I think it's good that, look, it worked with Ghosty before. Like, why would you not try it again this time? It just makes sense, really.
Yeah. Agreed. I'm just looking at everybody's age. Slasher, man. 30 years old. Thanos.
Is he 30 now? Let's go.
Yeah. He's about to be 31 this year.
God damn. There was actually talk about that. Like, quick aside here. Best search and destroy player of all time. I know that Slasher and like Dashy were debating it. Dashy was saying it was Inder.
Who did Austin say? Himself?
Obviously, he said it himself. He said it was not even close. He said it was not even a competition.
Ah, Jesus Christ. I mean, best SND player of all time. Fuck, bro. Honestly,
He does get my shout.
Austin is top 5. Austin's top 5.
I think he's top 3.
See, I like S&D players that just be doing shit that like impresses me. Like I teamed with Austin for like 30 events. Like he will always get like 9 kills, like 9 and 7, 8 and 7, which is really good. That means you're really good. But like I never like. I don't feel like he's S&D.
A top 3 S&D player for me. If we're talking like straight up, like, you know, impressed me every single time he played it, Pharaoh.
Oh yeah, F3's up there. Simp is Abysmal. I'm taking Abysmal at S&D. Respect.
Abysmal's been the best first blood getter for like 25 years.
Oh yeah. Actually, wait, I'm on fucking tar. It's Abysmal for sure. What the fuck? This guy gets every blood every year. This guy is literally fucking 99 overall first blood every year. And then if you get a first blood, if I have a sub getting first blood every round, I'm holding the dirtiest iron ever. I don't gotta do nothing. I'm selling. I'm back whatever that shit was on Elisilo. You know, on offense, that little building to the right of the spine. I'm in that bitch.
The shack.
Go get a kill. I'm camping. What the fuck?
I think Austin gets my shout of being top 3 purely because he makes a team better at S&D. He's not necessarily like you said, he's not necessarily the flashiest player, but I think he has a good game knowledge on how to make a team.
He is top 3, top 5.
But like I understand what you're saying. I like an S&D player that gets fucking gritty with it, like straight up in the fucking mix, you know, get even one, Hydra, run away.
Even Hydra don't have enough like time, like being like at that level. I wouldn't say, but I feel like eventually, bro, Modern Warfare 3, when I was watching Hydra at Champs on like Karachi S&D, their whole strat was Hydra literally doing it all. He had like 17 fucking kills at Champs at S&D. That's the shit I see where I'm like, yo, this guy is gross at S&D. He was fucking shooting everybody through walls and shit, and like
Hydra's POV was like so insane because if you looked at his stats, not only did he have the most first bloods, but he also had the most kills and the most clutches. Like he literally was doing
Hydra. Like if he keeps like his career like trajectory, he's gonna be in my top 5 because I feel like was insane at MW3 S&D.
Pharaoh, I think, is the shout though. Like, if you know, Pharaoh was still here with us, like, I think he would be like, oh my god, what a player.
Like, listen, the Pharaoh impressed me when it was Saint Marie Dumont, like, nice little 1v2 clutch, like behind the shack at Champs. I'm pretty sure it was like it don't get better than that. You know, we talk about him.
Up there.
We talk about him. You know. He definitely had my vouch S&D wise, you know, rest in peace, of course. You know, but top 3,
People
Abysmal,
are saying
Pharaoh,
super.
Slasher.
Oh,
Listen, Super can't. Listen, Super's good at S&D. You know, I've already said he's very good at S&D, but we're talking like top 3 right now.
I'm
Motherfucker just
forgetting
played.
too. I'm not gonna lie. Austin in my top 5 because I have top 3 S&D teammates I team with, and I will say Tej. I team with Austin and Tej.
That's fair.
And you and Aqua. And I team with all 3 of them for over 20 events plus. I will put Austin Tej, bro. In Modern Warfare 2, I was actually gross at S&D because I baited Tej. Like, that was the strat, bro. Mercado, I throw the nade for Tej. He bangs the door. I just get his trade. Like, bro, Tej is the pioneer, bro. Tej also created all these like, he was like the prototype, bro. F3, he's played with every single S&D star known to man, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Tej is the pioneer at S&D. Tej has been in the league for this long because let's be honest. His respawn was super mid. Tej respawn, he might motherfucking 16 and 40 or shit. He might tweet. He might throw up the super bullshit. I still want him on my team. I still want him on my team because he's the S&D pioneer, bro.
Got to throw an honorable mention in there as well. DB4, honorable mention DB4.
Damon is there too. Damon up there too.
Like, bro, one of my favorite clutches from Damon. Bro, there's so many. There's just so many. Bro, let me see it, bro. Let's see if I can remember it.
I mean, there was some bang. I mean, even if you go like way even further back, like you got guys like, I know people are talking about Fizz. Obviously, there's kind of a bit more to it than just like actual S&D in matches. Like if you think about it from like a broader S&D scene perspective, like the people that I used to watch, obviously Fizzip is in the conversation. Even Adam Killer Sloss, like he was a fucking. I love watching him play Surge. No, but you know what I'm saying though, because like Killer.
That's golden era of COD,
he thought about Surge differently, right? Like he didn't like. I rate Austin like right up there, best Surge player ever because of like the accolades, what he's achieved with his teams. I get that, but also he plays kind of boring Search, right? Like it's effective, but it's kind of boring Search. Whereas like Killer would just like, he thought about the game in some way that he would do some like insane shit, and his Search record was incredibly good, but obviously he kind of burned out pretty quick, right? Like he didn't last that long, but.
Yeah, because Sloss's like way of S&D was more like cheesy, if that made sense. Like it didn't translate. Like Ghost to me, Ghost in Modern Warfare 3, particularly Ghost, where Sloss was like really one of the best S&D players. Ghost had so much cheesy shit, and like there was there was so much shit that like he liked to abuse it. Like he would use a shotgun on Sovereign and shit. Like there were so many, like so much different tech in Ghost, which I think added to the game. I think that's why Ghost is still to this day one of the best S&D games of all time. Austin, like even seeing the thing, every team he has been on, like even his team in Ghost, his first team in Ghost would be like kind of like how the LAG team is, just a bunch of challengers people thrown together. It was him, Chino, I can't remember the full team, maybe like Miyagi.
Yeah, I think it was somebody, Miyagi, but like that rang a bell.
Yeah, but like if you name those players like gun skill wise, like they're what you said earlier, they were greater than the sum of their parts. And one of the reasons why, because they were gross at S&D. Like those guys were not shooters, like gunners. They didn't go pro. Oh, I gunned my way to a grand finals run. No, they won. They were just gritty. Yeah. Like, so I will give Austin that. Like, it doesn't matter who he plays with. Like, every team has been good at Search. But yeah, I feel like in the later game, more recent games, the play for pick shit, it just be cheesy. Like, that's Austin's bag. Play for picks, bro. That's his whole bag, bro.
Ghost was so fun to watch as well, because you can like. COD Ghost required the most COD like best big brain players of all time.
In S&D, at least, yeah. In S&D,
yeah, only in S&D. I'm not. You think I'm giving Domination a fucking run? Nah, hell no. Yeah, Domination and Blitz. We had Nade Chop, best Blitz player in the world back then. I'm not taking that shit. Nice fucking try, but. Listen, bro, when you watch Ghost S&D played, you can compare it to like CS and shit done with these smoke lineups, you know, you got to line up with a sign and throw it over there, you know, go around here, do this, do that, bro. That shit was so fun, bro.
Because you had strong arm as well, right? So you could actually properly lob the nades, like, up and shit. And you would stun check stuff.
Bro, I remember when I used to use strong arm for a couple long range nades. I'd throw a trophy, I'd throw that bitch so fucking far, bro. I didn't even mean to.
That game was godlike, bro. For SND, like I literally love just playing $1 wagers in that shit. That shit was lit.
Yeah, I mean, even the map set, like Warhawk is probably still my favorite search map. It's got to be right up
Warhawk's
there.
fantastic search map.
Octane. You know, you
I
throw
like
a little.
Sovereign.
Bro, Octane
I
SND
love
where you
Sovereign.
Octane SND where you double smoked the A cross, so you had them tweaking on the cross, so they sent one back and you rush B. Like, bro, we don't get that shit nowadays, bro. This is just
this is like the nuances that I love, right? Because you could either snipe the cross with a thermal, or you could run the thermal toggle on the AR, right? They had the little toggle one, but obviously they could run incognito, right? And then you wouldn't see them. So like then you're playing, you're playing more mind games, like, and you maybe one round you run it, one round you don't. It's like, oh, what we used to have, man. We used to have a proper game with like depth and strategy and like thought process, right?
Yep. Nowadays, motherfuckers in 1v1s getting shot in the side, just standing still in a fucking corner, like it's running down. Like
Plumber
round
era,
11,
bro.
we're just
Plumber
running
era.
into a doorway. We're just running into a doorway, round 11. Like,
looking like a fucking NPC getting requested for a side quest.
hey, fuck, bro.
That's what I'm saying, all right. So, like Deserto Mike, yeah. He always used to tell me that if he could make one change to COD, he would make every game search and destroy, right? All 5 maps would be search. And like, you know what? If you're playing Ghosts, I almost get it. I would nearly agree. But nowadays, bro, search and destroy is terrible. Like I loved playing search when you could actually do stuff that was interesting. Nowadays, like it ain't the same. It's just not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. S&D comes on and I'm like, like if I'm I wake up at 6:30 a.m. every day. I hit the gym, get there for 7. Right, league matches come on. S&D comes on. If I've not had some caffeine in me, I might take a quick nap, low key. Especially the way half these players play S&D. It's so oof. I was watching Boston play S&D. I'm done. You know if you're like going on a late pinch, like if you're waiting on your teammates and you're going on a late pinch, your teammates have got to do something, bro. They got to plant the bomb, get a kill. They got to let more. Bro, this motherfucker purge. This motherfucker purge. Huh. He didn't do shit. He didn't wait for none of his team to plant the bomb. Didn't wait for no kill, no nothing. He was like, I'm gonna wait here for 5 seconds and we see if that. Nah, I'll try and hit through. He tried doing it twice. Ain't shit work.
No hezzy just.
Well, I mean, it was a mini hezzy. It was like his controller unplugged, and he was like, shit, I'm back.
All right, fuck it. Yeah.
Terrible ass play. Bro, you got first blood like 5 times.
Yeah. Beat shit. Motherfuckers be trolling, bro. I swear, bro. Motherfuckers do not know how to play in this era. You just see the dumbest shit. Like, I don't know.
Thanks, Jose, for the super chat. Yeah, I mean, I honestly agree, Trey. Like, even it might go game 5, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait until it's like 3-3, then I'll tune in. Like I try to watch like every single round, unless it's LAN and it's like, you know what I mean? If it's like LAN elimination game, okay, I'll lock
LAN.
in.
I'm watching every round. I watch every round on LAN.
9 times out of 10, it's like 5-2. You're like, oh shit, and then you're like, oh, it's 5-5. The other team's ass. What do you mean, bro? The amount of comebacks I've seen this year is incredible. Like, Don, you already know you go 5-2 up in S&D. All right, you're throwing out the bullshit round. You know, let's do it. We're hitting a 4-man rush, 5-2 up.
Fuck it,
bro. Fuck it. We're 5-2 up. Yo, let's 4 hit something together. They ain't going to expect it. They're going to expect us to play like pussies. Guess what? Nowadays, people go 5-2 up. They play like pussies. Oh my days.
Like the other day when I was watching ROKKR, I was like, it never felt safe, bro. That's the only reason why I watched their.
It was 5-2, right? 5-2 up.
I swear it was like 5-2, and the next you know, I'm like, bro, this shit is going around 11. This shit might go around 11. If it goes around 11, they finna lose.
If that's the same Jazzy I know, like, shout out Jazzy.
Let's talk about a few more of these teams. That was a good little tangent, though. I mean, just quick comment on the ROKKR. They're 40 points back. They've actually now lost out to Cloud9. I think it's probably kind of cooked. It's so interesting because Kenny's been better than Paul. Like he's been considerably better than Paul. The numbers make that very clear. But I think Estriel's had a difficult second half to the season. Look, at the end of the day, chalk it up, turn up to EWC. I mean, I think all of these teams that we're going to discuss, at least the teams that aren't making champs, like they're going to have to do something before the World Cup, you would think, because if you don't do anything, then you don't give yourself any information for what you need to do before next year, which I think is the key point. So, and these guys could maybe still get picked apart. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if other teams trying to improve elsewhere, they think, Estriel could be a piece that works. It's just like, this team, it's been rough this whole year, but it always is with ROKKR.
Yeah. I mean, fuck me. This team, like, if I'm just gonna keep it a buck, bro. Let me keep it a buck. They got to keep Ken and Estriel and then just build around them. I mean, Gio's good. I actually think he should be in the league. I just don't think this might be the place for him. I also don't necessarily like him and Ken together for the simple fact that I don't know how to explain it. Like, I just feel like Gio is really good at respawn, and I feel like SND is just no. It's just a no for him, which that's been something that I've dealt with in my career. SND has been mid for me, so I'm not trying to beat you down or anything. But I feel like him and Ken both in SND, like no, I just don't. I don't think it's good enough to do anything. Nero, I feel like he's good. I mean, I don't think he deserves to be in challengers either, but fuck. I mean, I just feel like he's just always doing some random, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I just feel like if I were the team, I would take Kenny and Estriel. I don't know who I would get. I mean, I would have to think about it a little bit more. But definitely a faster pace, a fast-paced SMG, but also a SMG that doesn't. I'm trying to think of one in challengers. I feel like Estriel would work better. Would work good with a fast-paced SMG, but I can't. I mean, I don't think they should get crazed.
Craze.
I don't.
I'm not saying that. I'm not.
Something like a play style like that, but not. I mean, I don't want to just say don't get him in the league. I'm just saying what I would do. I would get Kenny and Estriel and get two, but I don't know who I would get yet. Maybe next week on next Monday I can let y'all know who I would get. I'll think about it more, but they have to do something. They have to do something. They just have to do something.
All right, listen. Unfortunately, this team ain't the place for Nero. I love Nero to pieces. I think he always starts the year looking like a fucking superstar. He looks great. And then halfway through the year, he's just so inconsistent. So inconsistent. That's like a personal game that he has to work on, and it can't keep happening because it happens every single year. I feel like we speak about this every single year as well, Rab. We love it. We love watching him play. He has some insane takeover games, but then he has some insane fucking games where he's might as well not have spawned in.
Throwing up the bullshit is what they say nowadays.
Is that Austin in the chat, by the way? Is that actually his account? I don't think you can click on people's accounts.
I can have a look.
Yeah,
that's something he would say now. I was asking he take for 22.
There's no way this is Austin.
He would take that. He would say some shit like that though. I think that's him, bro.
There's no way this is Austin. He has a World War II clip. Wait, this might be him, low key.
Bro, that might be him, bro.
I think it is. He has a World War II clip where accuracy climbs up a ladder and bullshits him. So yeah, this has got to be him.
He said, "This is me." Listen, Austin, I gave you your credit, bro. I'm just giving it to Tej over you. Bro.
I gave you number 5. I gave you top 3.
Actually, I'll push you over Hydra for now. Go ahead.
I gave him top 1 for now in my video, but I'm just saying he's just effective. He's just effective.
He is. He's great at what he does.
He's great at what he does. It ain't flashy.
Anyway, this ROKKR team Listen, you either keep Kenny Estro, keep Gio Estro. I don't think it matters which two you choose. I agree with Don. I think because Kenny's not the greatest at S&D either, and Gio's not the greatest at S&D. Like, them two on the same team, it just don't work. Nero as an SMG duo to Estro. When Estro's playing inconsistent, it just goes fucking tits up. Like I said, Nero needs to work on his personal game of not being so inconsistent. The way he plays, it just doesn't work. You can't have this go, 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 go mentality and expect it to work 24/7. There's a reason you sometimes, like Don said, you throw up the bullshit. We saw it last year. When he's on, he's on. 3-piece, 4-piece. You know, he looks fucking phenomenal. It's just not a consistent play style where you're going to win. And we can clearly see it this year. I feel like this whole team, since Kenny's joined, like you said, it's got better, but I think a lot of the players have got more inconsistent, but the games look better. By inconsistent, I mean, like, you know, they're working better as a team, but maybe they're not shining as much as they were with Poole because there's less kills on the map.
Yeah. That makes sense.
You know, we talk about this too. Like, I'm an advocate for it doesn't matter what the result is. Like, yeah, you look like you've played better, but the results stay the same. They could have got Kenny in and lost 3-2 every series and been like, yeah, shit, man. Like, bro, look how good we could have been. Like, you still lost every series. And now, realistically, you're not making champs. And, you know, now you got to look forward to EWC. And I think if ROKKR wants to actually compete at that tournament, they can be a dark horse, but they've got to make a 2-man roster change pretty stat. Do I know who they get? No. But listen, if you look at, like you said, I'm going to keep harping on, chiming on. I'm going to keep gassing up Afro. You can call EU cheese or whatever you like that. But, bro, work on a visa, get him out there. Even if you don't work on a visa, fuck it. Let him fly out there for a little bit, get him sorted out for Saudi visa, whatever you need to do. Him and Estro would work phenomenal. Maybe Cobra as a parent to Kenny or Gio, either or something like that. But I feel like they need to take a risk on some talent because these recycled players just ain't going to cut it anymore. And, you know, Nero can go work somewhere else, but Nero needs to work on his inconsistencies that happen halfway through the year. And, you know, like I said, the ROKKR team was fun when it formed, but then it just got depressing very quickly. Very, very quickly.
Yeah, I agree. We had a question in the chat, Dom. Matters is asking, which team would you slot into well right now? You've got to join one team. I mean, okay, you can't join FaZe.
Yeah, I answered them. I just said any team with a good sub. I mean, FaZe, any team. What the hell? That's like all those questions are like asked a lot, and it's just like, why would I not pick the best team?
No, to be fair,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna pick FaZe or D's. Like, what the hell?
Afro isn't really been recycled, bro. He got dropped on his head, like, and then sent to challengers. I mean, you could say he's recycled, but I feel like he just got stuck with some
like
bad
Neptune's
teams.
recycled, right? It's like, okay, Neptune.
I'm talking about the motherfuckers that don't do shit when they go to challenges and get recycled, or don't do shit when they're a pro. Like, Afro was fucking good when he was a pro.
To me, Trey, maybe like re-explain what you're trying to say is like, it's not about the player if they've been in the league before, they're recycled. Pick up a player you personally have never played with. Like, you've never seen Afro play with Estriel and Kenny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
man.
Maybe they've been in the league all at one point, but they have never even they've probably never even had a conversation with each other. You know what I'm saying? So
you're right. You're right.
It would be a brand new experience. You know, it might work. It might mesh.
Well, by recycled, I'm sick of seeing the same teammates over and over again, hoping it works for the 4th year in a row.
Yeah.
And I know this isn't happening with the ROKKR team. I'm saying, like, but they might be comfortable with playing someone like, bro, they should just go pick up someone. Bro, you think Shotzi and Dashi were fucking comfortable with Merc?
No.
Yeah, hell no. But, like, that's what you got to do. You got to pick up the talent.
Yeah.
I will say, sorry, I do mean recycled in that instance, but, like, bro, like, when I played with Afro, he was fucking phenomenal. And on other teams, guess what? He was playing with players he knew about. Bro, it'll even be better for him too if he just plays with someone he don't know.
Yeah.
You're going to work better like that.
It becomes more strictly about the game. Like, if you're playing with people and y'all are like the bestest of best friends and like sometimes it can get unserious in terms of like you might start calling them your boy like a fucking name. You might be like, shut up, bitch, or like something like that. But like if y'all aren't cool, you develop the in-game relationship first and then you develop like the friendship after, you know?
I hope people understand as well that like, bro, when you play with people, you guys have got to be competitive with each other too. That's how you become the best team. Like you think Dashy's sitting there being like, you think Dashy's sat there like, bro, I love playing with Merc. He's way better than me. No, Dashy's gonna try and come up like, you know, he's gonna try and do better, or Shots, he's gonna try and do better, or something like that. Like, you know, it's all competitiveness. Like if Afro gets picked up, you think he's gonna be like, bro, I love playing with Esho. He's 10 times the player I am. I'm just chilling over here. Nah, bro, he's gonna be like, bro, I'm gonna work together with Esho, but like I need to do my thing, he needs to do his thing, I need to be competitive. Being competitive with each other is the best shit. Also working together as well on the same team. Like, don't just think you're trying to get someone dropped.
No, but it's a good point though, because I think Dashi even said this. They were pretty open with it really. But Karma and Dashi on stream, and they were saying like, damn, if I'd have played like that a couple months ago, dropping a 0.8 would have been fried. But we had Mercules who dropped a 1.4, so we got away with it. But obviously Dashi ain't happy about that. He's like, okay, well I got bailed out by my rookie teammate, but like I need to lock in.
That's literally what, like, bro, you don't want to walk into a team or like someone walk into the team and show you up. Like, you want to be, you know, Merc plays good one series, Dashi plays well the next. It's like, oh, these two work well together, not just, oh shit, like this guy's just carrying the living fuck out of these people, you know?
We got Standy first series. I threw up the bullshit and we won. I was like, bro, this is the first time in like 4 years, like since I like played with Hook or some shit, where I threw up the bullshit and won. It was like bittersweet. I'm like, I don't want to throw up the bullshit. I'm saying
it's a nice feeling.
It's nice, yeah, it's nice.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah. I was like, okay, so it was like this. Thank God we still won. Like I was just happy that it was our first match as a team. So I'm like, thank God we just played our first match and we won. But like, I threw out the bullshit. I gotta lock in. The fuck?
Yeah, and you throw up a couple more bullshit. It's like, shit, bro, I might get dropped soon. What the fuck?
I locked it in, bro. I locked it in after that.
There was a question on like when Super stepped in and started playing. Yeah, I think he played one series in the Major 2 qualifiers. He subbed in and then he came in for the Major 3 qualifiers. I think obviously the question is a little bit around Rookie of the Year. Like, can Mercules win it still? Or is it going to be one of Super or ROKKR? I think a lot of people are leaning Super now, which I think I would also probably agree with. Like, ROKKR's been at it a little bit longer, but Super's going to have had like over 2 whole stages. He's going to have had 2 majors. He's elevated the team in search. You know, I think Super probably, for me, just about takes the cake over ROKKR. Certainly by the major, I'd expect that. But I think Mercules, you know, it's
Merc has to win Major 3.
Well, exactly.
Merc has to win Major 4, sorry. He has to win Major 4. If he wins Major 4, I could be like, yeah, cool. You know, he's had an impact. But like, you know, I feel like it's a bit too soon for him to be like Rookie of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would have to win Major 4 and like drop a generational.
I'm still going ROKKR, honestly. Going ROKKR.
Super gets it for me.
I was talking to this about like some of my chat the other day. I know Super, like, once they got, I mean, they like, I feel like everyone literally looks at that team like their first event this year was literally Mickey Mouse. Like, that shit literally is not real. Like, they technically got their best placing with ROKKR. They got top 3 with ROKKR. And he gets the most kills on their team and has the most damage on their team. And he's constantly, just because, like, I just don't like the argument just because that they started to become shit with Lucky. That doesn't mean that ROKKR wasn't even good when they were shit with Lucky. Like, I still thought Real and ROKKR were both good when they were getting like kind of horked on a little bit.
Why does he have to win Major 4? Sorry, someone asked a question. Why does he have to win Major 4? Well,
because he's behind.
Rookie of the Year. Yeah, well, yeah, he's behind. Plus, Rookie of the Year gets decided before champs. So.
But I guess he also does have Major 3. So like, I guess I definitely agree with what you're saying, Dom, because I look at Super and I'm like, well, he'll only have played, Super will only have played 2 tournaments as well, whereas ROKKR will have played 4, which is a pretty big difference. And Merc would have also played 2 tourneys. Okay, he didn't have the online qualifier run going into Major 3, but he will have played 2 tourneys. So if his results are 3rd and 2nd or 3rd and 3rd, you know what I'm saying? Like, then it's definitely going to be arguable. But it relies on OpTic staying at this level. I think online, I don't have much doubt. I think eventually they'll get their search and destroy in order and they'll deliver some good series. I think the concern, not even concern, but it's like if this team still can't win, then like what do? Do you stick with it? Because people are already looking at Hook, right? And they're saying, it's like we're talking about recycled players. How many times have we seen Shotzi and Hook team together? I think on this specific game, it can probably work. But even having said that, they've played 3 tourneys. They've come top 8 every time. Although Hook wasn't there for the second one, like whatever. It's just OpTic things, I guess. But I know people are talking about it. They're like, well, if the team doesn't win, is Hook going to get dropped again? I know that they don't want to do that. Like Shotzi won't want to do that again. But yeah, it depends how they perform in it from now to the end of the year.
Indubitably.
I think I do have a lineman card as well for Merc. I mean, I've only got the one from the major, but I've not got his lineman card so far at this stage. But while the cameras are down, I'll just go and find the lineman card real quick. The other question I had, certainly of the bottom teams, is what should the Falcons do? They've been getting hawked on. They played Thieves. They got slammed. For Falcons, the World Cup's more important than most, really, right? Like that's their event. That's they're gonna win that shit as a team. They're gonna treat those guys like royalty. So, you know, Pred ain't going anywhere. He's at hockey games. He's at basketball games. He's living his life. Exnid ain't going anywhere. But unfortunately, Trey, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Trey and Don subbing in for that team right now. I think they might be winning some more series. But
we might be on the up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, because listen, I got passion, twin.
Bro, on the side note, I clicked on the Falcons page because I like to have them up when I we're talking about.
You have to scroll down a million miles to.
What the fuck is RCD's picture, bro? Who made this picture, bro?
That's what we were saying on the pre-show, bro. That's the official CDL picture as well.
Bro, the CDL, Don, the CDL Photoshop.
Bro,
the
what
CDL.
the fuck? Whose body is that? What the hell?
It ain't his. That's for sure.
Yeah, that shit is
listen,
comedy,
yo, listen, rap. Is that King of Bodhi?
That's what I was saying. Is it King of Bodhi, maybe?
I actually think it is.
Could be King of Bodhi. I think, yeah, maybe it is.
There's no way. Wait, let me go
those
on the
arms, like, those are not his arms, you know what I'm saying?
There is no way they've whacked my brother on King of Bodhi. Say it ain't so.
Bro, how do you expect him to fly when you got him looking like that?
King of Bodhi ain't even on the fucking roster anymore. Give me a sec.
Nah, bro.
People say that could be King of Bodhi. I don't know. But like, you know what I mean? Look at the skin tones, man. Amazing scenes.
Whew.
But look, I mean, this is a pretty good summary of his performance so far.
Bro, what?
Damn, they've had. Is this the most players that's ever played on a roster in one season? Holy fuck. Our city's Doom, Exnid, Kicks, King of Booty. We got King and King of Booty. We got Pred, Priester, Roxas, and Wixen. Like, damn.
It's a good question, actually. I mean, wait, okay, so let's think Cold War Thieves. Because, you know, we remember that year.
That was a lot.
I mean, we had Ken, we had Slasher, we had you, we had Tej, we had Draz,
Venom,
we had Venom, we had John. That's 7. There was more though, no?
And Hook.
And Hook. I think I said Hook. I think I missed one though.
No, you didn't say
But I think
Hook,
it was
you?
8. I think it can't have been more than 8.
Yeah, it's 8. It was 8. That's 8.
Probably 8 players. So so this is the record then. For sure, this is the record. 10 players in a year. And maybe I didn't say Hook. Yeah. So exactly, they did the whole Hook for. Yeah, I said Kenny. Yeah. So yeah, it's got to be the most. I don't think we've ever seen more than that in the league. It was Thieves before this.
What about my team and Vanguard? We had Decimate, Fellow, Tom Grav, John, Jimbo, O Johnny, and me. Oh, okay, that's 8. Or no, that's 7.
No, it's about right. I mean, it's still 8 Falcons, baby. And they've got time for more. They've got time for more. It ain't over yet, baby. It ain't over yet. 10 players and counting.
It's got to be the Falcons, bro. Holy hell.
Kaister ain't coming yet. They ain't bringing in another AR, but man, it's pretty wild, isn't it? Like our season priests are just they're just throwing it up, right? I mean, this series that they played.
I'm trying to find this, but the body don't exist.
I mean, this one was kind of. I mean, look, they were going to lose this series anyway, so it is what it is. But like, look, they played Thieves, they got slammed. Pred had a 1.2x and was in the pot. I ain't gonna lie, Pred's just running around, but I respect it. Season 3 still with 0.5, 0.6. It is what it is, it is what it is. For these guys, it doesn't massively matter. I mean, what are they playing for? Obviously, they want to get a good seeding for the major so they can maybe make a run, but they're thinking about the World Cup, really, and Pred's probably thinking, what do I want to make my team? Pred and Exnid are probably scheming a little bit. I'd be scheming.
I just don't know who they can get until the season's completely done, but we'll see.
Listen, bro, let my brothers listen, I know I said that blow up about LAG, but let my brothers enjoy their 5-star lifestyle on Falcons for the rest of the year, man. Just let them enjoy the private jets, the Riyadh lifestyle. Let them live like princes for a little bit, man. RCs deserves it. Priest deserves it, man.
World champions, man.
Him. Exactly. You can't drop them. Come on. You guys are heartless. Wow.
At least if you drop them to the bench, they should come too, just in case,
As Jake said, I'm King ROSTERMANIA.
Pick up their little free massage.
I always saying someone to get dropped. If I do, I gotta slow down.
Don's got that old school mindset, bro. Team's ass, blow it up. Like nowadays, that the league's gone woke. They keep talking about trying to improve as a team. Fuck that, blow it up.
I used to love a good drop, or even a good sketch.
Oh, I don't.
You know what? I'm leaving all you motherfuckers. I'm out.
A good sketch hits like crack, bro. Especially when you get it off successfully.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Trey, you want to get scrims? I got something to tell you, boys. Yeah, there's a situation going on right now. I can't scrim right now. What's going on? Well, you see, the thing is I'm actually scrimming against you guys in about 10 minutes.
Y'all need a new fourth. Y'all need a new fourth is insane. Yeah,
you guys gonna need to find one, because me and my boys, we're gonna work it out over here.
You try to help him out, just get such and such, bro. Y'all look good,
bro. He's been fried, bro. He could do way better than I could.
Yeah.
I wasn't even that good for real.
Yeah, bro. Go ahead and pick up this guy, bro. Y'all be fine, bro.
Bro, he was tucking me. Bro, you guys gonna do sick with him. I swear. Because if you don't, I ain't coming back. No, those are the greatest
ones,
ones,
like
bro.
they used to, Trey.
Nah, a good drop is always good too. Good drop. He's putting in the chat yo, good event, man. Can't wait to get back and scrim, because he knows he's fucked. He knows he's on the chopping block, and we're like, yeah, we'll get scrims when we're back. You gotta wait till you get on the flight home. You land. He says, yo, when we scrimming. And we go, we? We go, we?
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't, but we are. So you're gonna have to find teams so you can scrim against us.
How many times have you dropped somebody like at the event? Like in your
never,
like,
never at the event. Never.
Really?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm saying like the three. Like say it was like a team of 4.
Yeah.
Like I remember after season 3 playoffs, me, Hook, and Slasher, like we knew like as soon as we lost the match, like we're dropping replays. Like we just knew like there was 0%. Like we didn't drop them right after the match. Like I'm saying, we probably waited till we got home, but like we knew like
it was a Texas event. I think it was a Texas event. B Sport Josh. Bro, Joe didn't want anything to do with it, and he texted me. He was like, "Yo, I know you're trying to get this player in. Like, if you just want me to go, just say so." I was like,
"All right, go."
No, this was Joe, like Ginger Joe. I said to him, I said, "Oh, what are you saying? I want to drop B Sport." He goes, "Oh, really?" He goes, "Yeah." He said, "Oh shit. All right, let me tell him then." And I'm like, no, wait, no, chill. but listen, you already know when Sunday night hits, bro, it's chalked, bro. Everyone's drunk. Yeah. ROSTERMANIA's already happened. Like B Sport's walking around saying like he's not on the team anymore and shit. I'm like, and then it's just awkward when he sees me, and I'm like, shit, like fuck. Yep.
You remember? Were you cool with Austin at IW champs? Or did you see him at all? No.
Yeah. Well, I saw J-Cap. I saw J-Cap.
Cap knew he was
Bro, Cap threw up the back-to-back .7s in the double series.
Austin in the IW champs hotel lobby, he's got Grey Goose. He just fucking literally went Thanos mode just to get second. He got back-to-back seconds. He's just got the bottle in his hand like, holy fuck, these guys are awful, bro. I'm out here.
Bro, IW champs, you know, I'm walking in the hotel. IW champs is finished. J-Cap's just sat there at the bar by himself eating quesadillas.
He's the prez, bro. Yeah, Cap dude, because Cap threw up the super mega bullshit.
And I'm sat Don, I'm sat there like
the uplink throw on the fucking precinct uplink. You remember that one too? I think that was the event before, but like,
bro, Don
it was coming for Cap.
The frost uplink where you missed it. Yeah, Don, I'm sat there. I see him, and I'm like, bro, if that's me, I'd love a friend right now just to say like, yo,
it's all good, bro. You got.
So I sat there. I was like, yo, Cap, I walked over to him. I was like, yo, you're good, man. Like, and he was like, no, I'm not. And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, you're probably not. And he was like, I was like, I'm gonna take a seat though, Cap. Is that cool? He was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind. Let's get a drink. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's get a drink. Next thing you know, we're eating some food, we're chilling. I don't see him for the rest of the night.
Okay.
I think he went blackout somewhere.
That shit. I just remember that because I was on the opposite end. Like, I'm finna team with this fool. He's just roasted.
Jake Hale said, do we know any players that found out they were getting dropped from leaks? Nah, I personally, no. I don't know anyone that gets dropped from leaks. Because they kind of know before, because that's when the rumor starts going around.
Bro, if you don't know you're getting dropped, like, I don't know. I feel like you should know, like, it's a possibility. Like, when I was on Thieves, I didn't hear nothing about no leaks or nothing, but, like, I just knew, like, the way they're just talking to me and, like, shit is, like, how the conversations are going. Like, every bad play that's being brought up is mine. I'm like, yeah. A on dick.
Bro, listen, me getting dropped by Ravens on MW2, right? Listen, we just get reverse swept by ROKKR, you know. Listen, I was the best player in scrims, hands down. I ain't gonna lie. I was the best player in scrims. I thought I was solidified, right? But the day before we get back, Dom and Kevin was our manager at the time. He's like, right, tomorrow we're having one-on-ones with everyone. Like, we're gonna talk about some issues. We're having one-on-ones. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm sat there playing 8s. I go upstairs. You know, they're upstairs. They're chilling. I'm like, oh, did you guys want to have a meet? I'm just about to play 8s. And because I thought we were just having our one-on-one. And Dom was like, yeah. I mean, you can play your 8s. You can wait. Like, you know, it's all good. And I was like, no. We'll have it now. He's like, no. Just play your 8s. I'm like, no. It's not even started. Like, he was like, all right. Meet us outside. I meet him outside. I sit down. He goes, Trey, sit down. I said, hell no, you guys are not dropping me. No fucking way you guys are dropping
me. Trey, sit down is insane.
I said, nah, you guys are not dropping me, right? Oh my. I sit down. All right. Dom goes, I said you actually dropped me, into that is fucking crazy. Next thing you know, he goes, "Oh, we did well." I said, "Don't even give it to me. I'm walking to the beach." I walked to the beach, got a cigarette, I sparked that bitch up. I called Ben Bance. I said, "Ben, they dropped me." He goes, "Nah, no way, man. You were their best player." That's my that W best friend right there. W.
Yeah, W.
I was like, "Hell yeah, I know I was our best player, bro. That's fucked up. That's bullshit."
You sit you down like in the fucking like the what's that?
Bro, they
like,
sat me down in the
Sopranos
balcony,
or
and then
some shit,
you know, Dom goes, ah, and Kevin goes, bro, we like shit just weren't working out. Trey, I'm like, motherfucker, we played 4 matches, we won 2 of them. Do you mean shit ain't
like
working?
Goodfellas. That's the movie I was thinking of.
Y'all were? It was stage 1.
Yeah,
it was stage 1, and you were 2 and 2.
yeah.
Oh damn! I was like, what happened to me?
And we got reverse swept. Not
So you
my
got
fault.
dropped before the event.
Yeah.
Oh damn, that's ass.
Wait, did I play one event? I might have played one event actually.
I think it was 5. It was 5 matches before the first event.
Did I play one event? I might have played one event.
Because I went 4-1, got top 6. We did lose the LAG, but when we went 4-1, I mean, we were like a top 4 team. Obviously, we lost to fucking Silly in them, which was unacceptable. But then I got dropped top 6.
It goes hands down one of the hands down one of the worst droppings of all time as well. By the way, listen, no disrespect to Matty at all. Scraps, that's my brother right there. That's my guy. But I got dropped for Scraps, who literally took 1.5 years off, and I was like, bro, there's no fucking way. I'm a dog. I'm a dog. What do you mean? Matty didn't play for 1.5 years and just gets my spot?
I remember this shit. For the rest of the year, like he was alright, but you weren't making good plays on the map.
Motherfucker, I won more matches than them in the first 2 matches, and they did in 6 months.
That's cheap.
And I still couldn't get a spot in the roster. I said, "Yo, Dom, you might need me," because I was tucking in challenges too. I was frying in American challenges. I got like 2nd in my first elite after getting dropped, like highest KD. I was like, "Yo, Dom, just put me back in, bro." He was like, "Oh, I'd love to, man, but the players don't want you back." I'm like, "Oh, bro, this is such bullshit."
Who was their team? Auto for 2?
Who?
We'll just shout out Torch Gaming real quick as like
who's the first guy?
you think that through.
Oh, go ahead.
Thanks for the super chat, Torch Gaming. That is our guy. Honestly, we appreciate all the support on the stream, like from all parties. Obviously, thanks to Price Pick supporting the show as well. But all the super chats we get, the love we've been getting on the Spotify as well. I know a lot of you guys listen on the Spotify during work or whatever it is, dropping the 5-star reviews. So yeah, appreciate every one of you. We try and bring the entertaining shows a little bit of a different vibe to everything else that you might see out there. So yeah, and honestly, thanks so much. Really do appreciate it. All right, gentlemen, pass it back.
But yeah, the roster done. Scraps, Paul, Nasty, Asim.
Looking like that.
Certainly a team.
Like, I'm done. Like, how the fuck do I get dropped, bro?
That was your dagger moment. That's ass.
Bro, that was low key. That was actually my dagger moment. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's when I really like when I got dropped. I was like, oh shit. Like, I must just be shit. I just must be ass because there's no way. There's no way.
That's how the shit goes, man. Motherfuckers just be. I don't even know.
Because I didn't vibe with the team, man. I was playing some GTA roleplay after some scrims and VOD session. They just did. Dom said to me, he goes, "You can play any other game but GTA roleplay." I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
They're mad that you were getting dope on that shit. They're like, yo, Trey is not this happy in scrims, but he's on GTA having a fucking blast. That shit was getting them tight. That shit was getting them tight this season. They're like, bro, why is Trey so happy right now on GTA?
Bro, Dom came upstairs. He was like, "Bro, you can play any other game but GTA." I'm like, how the fuck does that even make sense? He goes, I'm just telling you how it is. I was like, motherfucker, so I can go play CS as soon as I get home and start tucking people on a mouse and key, but as soon as I load up GTA roleplay, like, we just got an issue. He's like, yeah.
I'm telling you, that's their reason. They were actually getting like mad. That
So what did I do? I loaded up GTA. I loaded up GTA again. I don't give a, you can't tell me what game to play after. You can't tell me what game to play.
That is crazy. That's super crazy.
Is that not crazy?
That's super crazy. I feel like the only thing that you shouldn't play is like, don't be playing old CODs while we're on a new COD. Like, don't go
like
back and grind fucking ghosts. Like,
my thing is my thing as well is like, I was like, so I can just grind CS if I wanted to. He was like, yeah. I was like, it's not just even worse.
And then what'd he say?
He said, yeah, I can play CS. I was like, well, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, that's a weird one because like in regular sports they have that shit where like the F1 drivers, they're like, yo, you can't go skiing. Like, you ain't rock climbing, you ain't doing any of that bullshit in the off season. You could get injured, right? Like, some drivers, like, they just don't care, they do it anyway, or like, you know, they're just that guy, so they do what they want. But yeah, like, that's the only, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I think Don's right. Playing an old COD, yeah, but who would do that anyway? And CS,
no
I
one
guess,
would do that.
I don't know. CS is interesting because I don't know, bro. I don't think they should be policing you like that.
Bro, my thing was is like back then when I like when I load up GTA, it'd be like late night, and like I would just use it as like TeamSpeak. Cause like all my friends, I just drive around and just bullshit.
All the bros
with
are
my
on
friends.
that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he just goes, "Nah, you ain't playing that shit. You can play any other PC game, but that game." I'm like, how does that even make sense?
Ina's gassing up Fire 40 in challenges.
Bro, I'm the person that got fired picked up in the league, bro. I literally was literally telling Nikki D. I remember because he lived with me and Kenny for like a little bit. I told McGee to pick up Nick, and then I was just like, and Yuli. It was basically all my friends were like on the team, so they were like talking to me, and me and Nick, we drove from Georgia to Texas. And I'm just like, bro, Nick, I ain't gonna lie, there's no one you could pick up this fire kid, bro. Like, he was tucking in challengers, like I think I was going into Cold War. It's like MW19. I was seeing him play with Haggy and MW19. He was frying. So I always thought Lou was good. I think he is good. I think for him to get good PR though, is that he needs to win in challengers. Like, he needs to. I don't remember him like winning an elite or winning a LAN. I mean, he does good. I know he doesn't have the greatest teams. That's kind of like what makes it even harder. But like, I feel like if he were to like win an elite or something like that, it could show people like, oh, he doesn't just get kills. Because I feel like he gets kills in challengers. Like,
Oh, he fries.
He could drop bombs in challengers, but like, he doesn't ever get like top 2. Like, he doesn't ever like. He just shits on like some shit team or like some lesser tier teams, and like, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's other people that you should pick up over.
You want to know? You want to know his issue, Don?
What?
He joined the retirement team for his first ever league team.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
And then that one catastrophe moment happened where he didn't get Scraps' trade on raid.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And listen, I remember it vividly. Matty's face.
It was bad.
And Matty's face. Yeah, fire ain't come back. Because I already know Matty was in every other team speak, every other call, just going, nah, bro, you see. Yo, bro, did you see what fucking happened to me today, bro? Yo, how the fuck don't get my trade, bro? That's fucking yo, bro. I'm telling you, bro, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, the PR did.
I think
honestly, that's a good point.
I think he is good, though.
Like, his stint was
he is
bad,
good. Fire
but
is
like,
good.
We've seen worse stints recently than that.
Oh yeah,
bro.
Fire's done better than all those Falcons motherfuckers.
Bro, sure. listen. I'm not even gonna give him a stint on Paris Legion as his first team, bro. Like, that's just, that's where you go. Like, when when they need a player that's already been a pro, and you go in there on the min. You don't go there coming up as a rookie.
They did get their own apartments because I got Lou picked up on that team basically. Like, I vouched for him so heavy, and I was basically like pleading for Nick to pick him up. And then I remember when I got benched, they wanted me. Like, I remember when like they told me, they're like, "Yo, like, you want to join the team?" I'm like, "Yeah." I pulled up to like Yuli's apartment or something to smoke or some shit, And like as we're about to go up the elevator, Lou comes out walking out the elevator. And he just looked at me, he's like, what the fuck? What's good, bro? At that moment right there, he knew he got dropped. At that moment, that was awkward. I forgot that happened. Thinking about that, but
yeah, that's a crazy story, man.
I'm walking the elevator. He's walking out the elevator, and it was like an off day. Like there was no matches or nothing. So like he was probably just going downstairs to fucking
get some food,
get goddamn snacks. Like
that ain't what I think it is.
he saw. That's when I had the red hair too. I was he saw me.
Oh my god, no way.
He saw me. He knew exactly. He said, "What's up?" He was like, "Yep." He's like, but he said it like awkwardly, like, "Yo, what's up? Like, what's good, bro?" And we just walk.
You going up to him? Hey, get the fuck out of my apartment.
Yeah, I got his apartment, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You walked in there. You say, "Yo, Lou, I ain't gonna lie. Bed sheets changed, suitcase packed. You're gone. My new apartment."
This shit was ass. That apartment was ass. I slept there on like match nights, but like I obviously had my own place with Ken. I just had like 2 places. It was kind of nice having 2 places. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, you played the long game. You got him picked up to the team that you took his spot. It's crazy work.
Nah. I was trying to stay on Thieves the whole year. Motherfuckers dropped me after a top 6. God damn. Then they proceeded to get I was whooping their ass with fucking shit stains on my team. And it hurt. I'm not gonna lie, it hurt me too. Cause like that is probably the most hurt drop I've had during my career. Cause the person I got dropped for, I think is not good. Like Venom. Like I got dropped for Venom. Like there was no in my mind. Like there was no way that in my mind that Venom was better than me. And then guess what? Ken literally set me up. I should low-key fight Ken for this shit. The week after that, all of a sudden Kenny's sick, right? They're like, Don, you gotta fill in. You gotta fill in. I'm like, all right, I'll go fill in, I guess. Bro, I forgot. I think we played FaZe or like we played somebody where it was like, y'all should have just forfeited the match. Motherfucker set me up, threw me into a match. I've been high. I've been depressed. I've been depressed the whole week. I got dropped for Venom. I'm waking up ripping the bong. I'm fucking tweaking. I pull up. I ain't even been playing the game. Whole team world star, and then Slasher got dropped. Like, I remember when we lost that match. Fucking Slasher was like, he just dipped. I'm pretty sure, and like went outside to talk to his mom. It's like he knew he was getting dropped. That shit was a movie, bro. Everybody was getting dropped, and I'm pretty sure they benched TJ. That shit was a movie. I'm not gonna lie.
No, the crazy one was when like they actually got kind of good. Like with Tej, they got kind of good. Like they came like 4th or something in one of the online majors. Maybe they were looking good, and then Hook was available, and they were like, "Wow, we gotta get Hook." And then they blew the team up, and yeah. And then at the end of the year, Nadeshot was like, "Yo, Slasher, I'm bringing Slasher back in. Like these guys are frauds." Because when it went back to LAN, they were like, "Okay, we need Slasher back in." Then they brought in John. They're like, "Oh my god." Tyler spelled his name wrong.
Tyler spelled his name wrong. Motherfuckers just motherfuckers made me run a sub. That shit was just nothing but just drugs. I have no other explanation for that. Motherfuckers were on black tar.
And then the next year, Jacob learned his lesson and did nothing all year, and then they won champs. So
the next year they let motherfuckers throw up the bullshit, top 12s and shit. And they finally figured out they're godlike. That shit is crazy.
Bro,
I got top 6 one time. I had one chance. Damn. Drop my stupid ass.
All right, good tangents, gentlemen, as ever. I mean, who else we got to talk about here? I feel like we kind of cooked most of these teams, to be honest with you.
I mean, we talked about it a lot, bro. I mean, the matches were awful. So for how awful the matches were, I feel like we had an entertaining, we had a great show.
I mean, listen, I'll click matches right now. Let me check. Completed. Toronto versus ROKKR 3-0. LAG versus FaZe 3-0. Boston Surge 3-0. Carolina versus Texas 3-0. Falcons Thieves 3-0. ROKKR LAG 3-2. I mean, Miami beating Cloud9, but like Miami, like that's just like you meant like they're just on form.
I think like Cloud9 we got to talk about real quick, just because like they've overtaken ROKKR. They look pretty good, not good enough, but like, you know, obviously they've made progress. Capsules come in, they've made progress. Spark's looking pretty good too. So I think, you know, Don called it. Again, look, they should have just done this shit earlier. That would have been nice. But because it's probably going to be too little too late now. But if there's one team that maybe could make a run, like ROKKR ain't making a run. Like, if there's one team that could maybe make a run, it could be these guys. But I'm not going to lie, I thought that earlier in the year too. And they never did it. So, you know, I think, yeah.
My take on this Cloud9 team is they've picked up 2 better players, and Sib has not been playing as good as he has been all year. And I think that is the biggest issue on this team. Sib is a superstar. He is, and I don't want to hear it like, you know, like I said, he picked up better players, so there's more kills on the map, less kills on the map for him. But this motherfucker was playing with Hydra, dropping 1.2s, 1.3s. Like, he's got it. He can do it. It's not like the 2 players he's picked up has made the map better or worse in that instinct, but like I said, they've picked up these 2 Slayers, Spart and Capsule. He needs to get back to doing what Sib does, and that's fucking fry. He's the, you know, he's the catalyst for this team to go far in these matches and, you know, get these wins. And I feel like he just needs to play better after this roster change.
I think that's a fair take.
Cloud9 are 2-2. They play Thieves next week, so that's yeah, that's the unfortunate
might still make
thing.
Winners though with
but
2
yeah,
and 3, no?
Exactly, yeah, because they beat phase 3-1, they 3-0'd Falcons, so they could be pretty good there. But obviously Thieves is going to be tough. We can have a quick look at
they're not going to beat Thieves.
Well, exactly, and the Thieves also kind of need to win as well, to be fair.
Yeah,
but like, so Miami, they locked it up. Miami are sitting pretty. They're 4-0. 4-0 this stage. Pretty absolute scenes, to be honest. Toronto 3-0 so far. I'm just going to fix the cameras real quick. You know what I'm doing. OpTic 2-1. FaZe 3-1. Toronto 3-0. Boston, my boys, I'm not going to lie. Like, it's, you know, I've lost faith. And then they beat OpTic. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Boston are just that team. Unfortunately, with Boston, they're just going to run it down with this roster, and then they're going to get bought out in the offseason. So, you know, enjoy it while it lasts. But I think that's pretty much going to do it for the day.
That's all I've got to say about Cloud9, really. You know, we spoke about Boston. They're just so hit and miss. Like,
Boston's
they're just
there.
Yeah, like they'll win a match, but like I don't have them winning 2 on the bounce, like ever. Surge did get their first win versus them. You know, Surge are 1-2. They play their last 2 matches are against Ultra and ROKKR, so you know they could go 2-3, which could still make winners. Other than that, yeah, I mean, like I said, the matches weren't crazy exciting. It was nice to see Merc doing his thing, but other than that, yeah, nothing crazy happened. To me, Champs is already locked up, solidified, unless OpTic just shit the sheets and Cloud9 have a crazy major. But you know, I was looking forward to a gritty, like, you know, race to Champs, and there's not a single team that's done that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's never going to be over, but like realistically, if anyone wants to beat OpTic, they're going to have to make finals bare minimum.
Bro, OpTic play LAG next week. That match should literally not even be broadcasted. Ravens versus ROKKR. Even if ROKKR win that, which I'm at the point where I hope ROKKR don't even win that, just so it could just be super over. Because if ROKKR don't win that, then we don't even have to talk about them ever again.
Yeah,
I mean, low key, I was kind of done talking about them. Like,
yeah.
The only other series is I've just looked up. Heretics are 4-0. Their final game is against Ravens. So like they,
Right,
you know, they could actually lock
So
in
they're
a little
5-0.
5-0 stint. And if they actually do, like that would be, because there's not that many teams that have gone 5-0. I mean, OpTic have done it a couple times. FaZe have obviously done it. Toronto have done it. New York probably did it at some point. Thieves have done it before. But like it's all the big name teams that have done a 5-0. It's not like a crazy achievement, obviously, like go to LAN and win. You know what I'm saying? But not many teams have done it.
This is my last take. Obviously, the show's coming to a close. You know, we appreciate everyone being here. We're 21 likes away from 300, so that'd be great. I mean, even make it 400 if you really want. You know, that'd be cool, kind of cool. This is my only take is Falcons, all right? People that don't make champs. They could secure, you know, a couple players on loan if they really wanted to. For the EWC. Now, do I see a team doing that? The only team I see, you know, taking a pretty nice bit amount of money for EWC is Cloud9 because they've been known in the past to, you know, give, you know, sell some of their best esports players. So could we see a Falcons SIB for EWC if the money's right?
I mean, if the money's right, anything's possible. Certainly when Cloud9 and Falcons are involved.
Because listen, like you said, Falcons want to compete at EWC. They want to win it. All right. Will they win it? Probably fucking not. But they're going to try and give themselves the best chance. And, you know, like I said, C9 is, you know, they're known for selling their best players. And I think if Falcons, you know, name the right price, do I think they'll buy him out? Probably not. Would they loan him? Yeah. That's what I would do anyway. You know, and build a better roster for EWC. Because that's their champs. You know what I'm saying? If they Falcons would, you know, the Saudi org, Falcons, the owners, Rab, you know, they would rather win EWC realistically. You know what I'm saying? They want to be the best there.
Yeah.
I'm back on the stream. Anyway, I was saying like the Falcon SIB conversation is going to be a big one in the off season regardless because of the Pred situation. So I think it's inevitable that maybe those conversations could be had a little bit earlier. But yeah, let's wrap up the show there. We had a great show today given the circumstances. Obviously, Mercules coming into OpTic was a big talking point of the weekend. We're one weekend of qualifiers away from the end of the season. It's only really been over the last couple of weekends I've been like, bro, these qualifiers are for the birds. Like this, every year I feel it at some point. This weekend was really that weekend. The Saturday games were actually pretty good, but on the Sunday, wow. Like I just want to get back to LAN. Give me the important games. We got 3 LANs coming up in a row. It's Major 4, it's Champs, and then it's the Esports World Cup. Big storylines, Trey, this time next week. You're going to be out there. I think for this show next week, it's going to be me I'm going to be in a different hotel room. I'm going to be in a hotel room at Heathrow Airport. Don's going to be out in Dallas waiting for us. And Trey's going to be already, I mean, maybe you guys can link up. I don't know. Like it might be
listen, right. So listen, this is the situation, right? Just before we go straight, hopefully my spots are there ready to go, you know, to do the show. If not, we're going to do it on the road, baby. I don't know where we're going to go. I did buy some new aftershave today that came with a laptop bag. You know, how ideal is that? That's class.
Ah, they're waiting. They're making it ready, baby.
Hey, I already was planning this, but yeah, we're going to be out there. I get there Monday. Rab gets there Tuesday. The vibe's going to be high. Everything's going to be splendid. You know, I'm so excited for this event. I can't wait. Watch parties are going to be crazy. Me, Don, Rab. I think Ace is showing up too. Maybe stop by, say hi. But wow, bro, this event's going to be so good, man. So good.
God, I fucking muted myself again. It's like the first traditional event that we've had in COD in like quite some time. So that's what's exciting about it. Because when we were talking about these old stories about like going to the bar after the event and shit, I know that does happen nowadays, but like, you think about it more so in the context of the events back in the day, you know, like the Anaheim bar, the Hilton, shit like that. Like, it don't really, they don't really build the same. Ina, do I need you to bring your laptop again? I mean, look, we ain't going to turn it down. We should be fine. I mean, look, hopefully EFG
should be blessed.
They should hook us up. Like, it should be all good.
Adam Apicella is going to nice us.
Adam
like
App
always,
is
man.
there, so, you know, we can have a conversation if needed. Don, pleasure to have you on again. Today was good fun.
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to catching up with you again in person in about a week's time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. W motherfucking show, chat. W's in the chat. Like the video. Like the stream. Like the stream.
He's well
like
trained, this
I'm
guy.
sorry. Like the stream.
He's been PR trained by the boys.
Like
we
the
love
stream.
that.
Yeah,
like
Trey, you
stream.
want
Like
to hit
that.
us with a little outro ski?
Yeah, I guess I got this. You know, I've been feeling myself today. You know, I've been kind of cooking. Unfortunately, you know, like we said, the season is drawing to a close in the online stint of things, which is good because, wow, like Rab said, you know, we're getting to that time where it's a little bit stale. But listen, one of the greatest events I feel like is going to come up, Dallas DreamHack. If you guys are going, make sure you say hi to us, man, for real. You know, we'd love to get a few pictures or whatever like that, have a chat. Battle for champs, not really, but like, you know, maybe something crazy happens. Maybe. Who knows? We don't know. But listen, we're there for it. We'll have another show on Monday to talk about the matches. We'll maybe even do a little prediction tier list going into a little bracket, going into the major. Listen, it's been an absolute W show. Like Don said, like the stream. We appreciate you all for chilling every single Monday, every single Friday. It's an absolute blessing to have this community. Keep subscribing, you know. Tell your mom, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your girlfriend. You know, we're trying to hit 100,000 by the end of the year. You know, make sure you're helping out. We appreciate all the super chats as well. Honestly, crazy day. We appreciate you. From me, Don, and Rab, we'll see you guys on Friday for the pre-show and then Monday for another dope check. Pleasure as always.
Appreciate you all. Take care.